Try to think.
Shitty.
No, yeah, no, fucking. Oh, by the way, fun fact: the creator of Turning Red is a big Ace Attorney fan.
Really?
In the documentary for Turning Red, they actually show some of her Ace Attorney fan art, so that's kind of cool.
What?
that in a licensed Disney documentary, there's a Ace Attorney.
There's Ace Attorney. I gotta see this.
Oh my god.
Let me show you actually.
Show me. I wanna see. I love Turning Red.
Turning Red documentary Ace. Mason
I
Attorney.
love Turning Red. It's one of my favorite movies, like newest Disney movies or Pixar. I don't
Wait, is this a spoiler? It's not a spoiler, it's fine. Yeah, no, they show this. I'm gonna send it in the general. They show this in the documentary. They don't say the name Ace Attorney, but they show this.
I'm bamboozled. What do I want to download?
What was that?
I have something to download. Anyway, you wanna know? You said my mic sounds good today, right? You know what I did?
Yeah, why?
What?
So you know how my actual mic is dead, non-existent anymore, right?
Yeah.
So I disconnected my Apple plug-in headphones,
Yeah.
and then just put like a counseling what do you call it, goofy on it.
Nice.
Oh
I
wow.
did.
Okay.
So smart. I'm so smart.
Look at the Reddit thing I sent you.
Yeah, I just saw it. I just saw it. Oh my god. That's undeniably Ace Attorney.
What did you fucking send it?
Just in general, you goose.
I'm a goose.
I love it too, because it also looks like it looks Disney-fied.
Exactly.
The
There's
characters.
Disney, there's Ace Attorney content in the Disney.
In the Disney
documentary.
circle. Let's go.
They did it. They made it to the mainstream.
They did it.
Yes.
Well, they were in the
they
mainstream a
didn't-
long time ago, but more recently,
They-
yeah.
They didn't even need the clown girl. You know, Danganronpa is weird because it's like in the mainstream, but like it's not like other things like Squid Game where like there's references to it. There's like no references to anything. I find that
Yeah.
You know,
interesting.
also when you think about it, they don't really like the trilogy like with Maya Phoenix and Edward. It's more the newer one with Tracy, I believe her name is.
Trucy.
Trucy. Yes,
Trucy.
right. It's more about Trucy.
It's weird.
Never about Phoenix and Maya or Franziska. It's never about
I think
Franziska.
they existed for a very, very, very long time now. It's been like 20 years. They've already done all the art, done all the references they can. Time for the new games.
No, there can be enough Ace Attorney. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Don't worry, I will never let you down. Let you down.
Get you down. Anyway, my phone died just before recording, so I was like, what am I gonna do? And that's why I want a computer. I just stole my brother's computer again.
Stole it. Haha! Steal!
Why is everything I own break?
I don't know. Because you're you.
Maybe I have a curse. Maybe I have a curse.
Yeah, it's called the Shaolin curse.
Probably. So I also have a curse with my closest friends. Like we can never get the same bus. Like we're on the same lines, same numbers, but we never get on the same one.
Maybe you're avoiding them.
No, I was trying to get to the same bus as her.
Maybe they're avoiding you.
No, they were trying to get on the same bus as me. Like we blended the route together. It's crazy.
Maybe they're evil.
No, the buses are evil.
No!
Yes.
Daniel, did you explode?
I'm right here. I was sorry. I was advertising the stream.
They exploded.
Ah,
Yes, it is cars.
Good.
it's cars.
Cars!
It is cars. Cars against
And,
humanity.
Editing app
That film, that second film is clearly made against humanity.
Exactly. Were you one of those guys that really liked it?
I thought. I mean, okay. I thought it was all right. Like the story wasn't as, wasn't as exciting. But I was a huge aviation geek at the time, and when I saw airplanes, I freaked the fuck out. I was like, "Oh my god, airplanes
Like,
and cars!"
The movie planes are like an actual airplane.
Actual airplanes and cars. I was like, "Oh my god."
Okay. Not the movie plane.
No,
Like,
no, no,
even as
I
a
mean-
12-year-old,
No,
I saw the
I-
movie Planes, the trailer, and I was like, fuck this. This is like garbage.
No, I wasn't a big fan of planes, actually. Ironically.
Even as a 12-year-old.
I was a little
it was shit.
no, because I didn't get to see when it first came out. I was like a little older at that point.
No, I didn't see when it came out either. My dad did for some reason. My dad was like, "Oh, I want to see it." So why?
Alone?
Yeah, it was weird. It's like, "I want to see a movie," and he came back and was like, "That was the worst fucking movie." I've ever seen." See, no one even remembers
Really
this
wasn't.
because it's so funny. It looked dog shit.
Yeah.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I randomly generated an animated show while we wait for the other folks. Here's what we'll do. We'll play a game, play charades. We'll see who can guess it first. Okay, so I generated a show. I guess I have to describe it then. I'm not sure if you're gonna get this. You might get this, but I don't think you will.
You have to start with like how many letters? Not how many words.
Yeah,
it's
okay,
a show
that's a good-
about
that's a good idea.
two mice,
No.
Two mice.
and they want to take over the world. I don't know if you know what that
The
is.
big brain and small brain. Big brain.
Almost. Yeah. Close enough. Yeah, close enough. It's Pinky in the Brain.
Pinky the
Big
ah.
brain.
okay.
Yeah,
There's a show. It's about like I think a Russian kid, and his sister is really annoying, and he makes
Misha.
like gadgets.
Never mind.
No. He makes,
Penis is verb.
No.
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 I think he's like he has a really thick accent, and the sister is really annoying. And the
Dexter.
mom, yeah, it's Dexter. Oh, okay. This is it's a team of people, and they all have powers. No, this is a show. It's a team of people. There's 3 guys and 2 girls.
Yeah.
One of them is a robot.
Oh,
The other-
the robot lady. The robot lady. The one with like the pink tails. Like she's blue.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, Shaw, but I have no idea what the name of the show
No,
is.
that's not it. That's not it. There's
What?
3
That's not
guys,
it?
2 girls. There was in the last like I think 5 years there was like a animated version that's really shitty, and the animated version had 2 movies, or maybe 1 movie. I don't know. Sean has cosplayed as one of the characters.
Oh?
She Kim Possible? No.
They are under the age of 18.
What? Cosplay this? I don't
Yes, you
remember.
cosplay this. You cosplay this. It's a team
Oh,
of
but
5
Teen Titans,
people.
Teen
It's Teen
Titans,
Titans.
Teen
It's Teen
Titans,
Titans. It's Teen Titans.
Oh.
Hello.
Yeah,
Hi.
Oh! Oh my god!
I said boo bitches and nobody said anything.
I'm sorry. I would have noticed if I
focused
wasn't on
on the
streamer
charades.
mode because I can't hear anything.
That's why I said boo bitches.
Boo, bitch.
Bitches.
I said it
So
like 2 times.
Sorry, we were focused on charades.
There's
Yeah.
we'll do like 3 more. This one
Okay, okay.
is actually kind of based on the previous one.
Please
Or-
go.
It has to do with the previous one. I voice acted one of the characters in this.
Little Drama
and-
Island, like
Also, no.
with, like, the
No. In Ace Attorney, I voiced acted a character that has the same voice as the main character in this.
Aggie, like Scooby Doo.
No, you're getting
That's a-
closer though. I also voiced the villains of this show, like a lot of the villains of the show.
You voiced a lot of people, man.
Yeah.
No, I've voiced as many iterations of one of the villains in the show.
Spirits. Isn't Ferb?
No, he's never voiced Phineas.
No,
I
but
voiced the
he
hero and the villain on this show, basically.
Joker and Batman.
Yes.
Ah, I didn't think about that.
Yes, it is a joke in Batman.
I didn't. I
Oh,
get
for
it.
God's sake! This one, how do I describe? This one is an anime. It's probably the most popular anime, I think. This guy yells a lot, like a lot. The animation's
In
not
My
the
Hero
best.
Academia. In My Hero Academia.
No, the guy yells a lot. The villains are all named after, I think, vegetables.
Naruto? The fuck?
there's like a wishing mechanic in the show.
What? Genshin
Uh,
Impact?
The show.
There's
Also, I'm sleep deprived, so I apologize. for
there's a
my
meme.
stupidity.
There's a meme
You don't
where,
sound it.
where a guy
You're
yells.
good.
There's a meme where a guy yells.
The guy yells.
That's literally every anime.
you know that? I don't know.
The bad guy looks like Mewtwo from Pokemon, but like really
Huh?
fucked up.
Oh, Dragon Ball Z! Dragon Ball Z!
It
Dragon Ball
is
Z!
Dragon Ball Z.
Oh!
What the fuck is doing Pinky in the Brain again? What? Are there only like 6 shows in this generator? I think there are only 6 shows in this generator.
I got all 6 of them. Ayo.
Okay, last one. This is like based on slapstick comedy. Very, very iconic.
This looks like comedy.
The main characters don't talk. They don't talk.
They don't talk.
Jerry.
Augie and the
Yes, it's Tom and
cockroaches?
Jerry. It is Tom
Oh,
and Jerry.
okay. Or that.
Okay. All right then.
Come
all
on!
for now.
I'm the
Okay.
absolute winner!
You are the Avatar.
You're a wizard.
I'm for elements.
You're a
Sammy!
fairy wizard, Potter.
Sweaty.
Yes! So
Sorry.
excited beating your asses, everybody. Just like made my day.
Oh,
Made
why
We always
why
beat our asses, it's not
Julio,
fair.
why don't you give Sythe some context here? This is
Uh,
wait, we're on like the 3rd case of this game, but she knows nothing about the game.
So there was this sexy guy, and he was really nice, and then he died. And now he's dead. And so the main character has to take over his job, and that's where we are. That's it. That's the short summary. There we are.
All right. Well,
And the prosecutor is
really
another really
sexy
sexy
guy.
guy.
There.
But he died.
Who's
End
so
of story.
sexy?
You're caught up.
any other
really
important
sexy.
details you'd like to mention?
It was so
Uh,
sexy. You killed him.
No.
Drink my water.
All right, Danny. Why don't you share your screen?
Oh, am I not sharing my screen?
You're not
Fuck.
sharing. Have you been
No.
playing this whole time? What the fuck?
Yes, I have. I have been.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm sorry.
It's like I don't know if I'm even gonna join. They're not even streaming. What's going on? Hello.
Whoops. There it is.
Okay.
Why don't you go through the list of characters? Why don't you go through the list of characters, Daniel? Actually, go to court record.
Oh, that's a good idea. E. 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 There.
NTP.
ENTJ.
So let's start with Susato. Am I gonna?
Yeah, because you're really bad at explaining things. It'd be funny.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Susato
Agree.
is the Susato is the Maya of his
Got
game. She has animations and poses that look exactly like Maya's. She's kind of like the female sidekick in this case. She's supposed to be our assistant basically. Male. This guy's a Chad. Is male Strongheart. Everything is masculine about this guy. He's the chief of justice in London, which is where we're supposed to sub for the sexy guy who died. And we're trying to prove to him that we are worthy of taking his place.
You missed that Stronghuff is the sexy version of Edgeworth.
Damon Gant. Oh, no, that's not. No, he's not. No. And then this is a rich Irish guy. He's the guy being framed for murder. We don't think he did it. And we're supposed to defend him, but nobody will because this guy is pulling strings, apparently. This is
He's kind of hot though.
yeah, this is
Give
this is
him.
turn of the century Edgeworth. Yeah. So he's a legendary prosecutor and he calls himself the Reaper because he sends defendants to the grave. How terrifying is that? We're
It's
going up
scary
against
though,
this guy,
yes.
and this is our very first case in England. The victim, this guy was riding basically a carriage, and this guy was the driver. This is this is an eyewitness. Wait, no, he's not the driver.
Beppo.
Sorry, this is the driver. This is the victim,
Beppo.
Beppo. This is a
I'm sorry. Is his nickname Thrice Fried? I didn't process that part.
thrice fired,
Thrice Fired.
thrice fried.
I read it as Thrice
Oh, he is
Fried.
gonna
I
be
was like,
fired.
Wait, what?
Like he can't really be fired. He's kind of dead.
He's gonna be fired.
He's kind of
No.
dead.
Well, he's
He's been
Oh,
fired
he's
from
fired
life.
from life.
yeah. Well, he's definitely if he's getting cremated, he's
busy.
definitely fired. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know who we're missing
Bruce-
though? We're missing Herlock Sholmes. Where's Herlock Sholmes?
He's not here
Very
because I guess
good.
it's only
Very
I think it's only the characters relevant to the case.
I know.
Fair play,
I miss
fair
Herlock.
day.
Okay, Herlock Sholmes is Sherlock Holmes, Ace Attorney edition, and he's a lot less organized, a lot less cold and calculating than you'd expect. He's more clumsy and goofy than anything. You'll love him when you see
Who's
him
Ryunosuke?
because he's so funny.
He also likes
Ryunosuke
hanging on walls.
is supposedly the ancestor of Phoenix Wright, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if you look behind that card, Daniel.
Mm-hmm. Oh, right. Okay, here. Let's check this out.
Be a bad sidekick. Like evil sidekick.
Oops.
Hold on, lever crunk!
There we go.
The other side, yes.
Wrong liver.
You see that?
Phoenix Wright omnibus.
What the fuck?
Yes. A direct reference to the future. And it also implies that he was named after a fucking omnibus.
Alright, let's get this show on the road.
Alright, okay.
Omniwagon.
Let's get this show on the road. Rally!
You were riding this omnibus. That's... Okay, here we go.
So how are we dividing the voices now?
Oh, yeah.
You'll see.
Yeah,
I'll
we'll
take
cross
the
the bridge when we
sexy
get there.
prosecutor, and you take Seto-san.
Yeah, we can do that.
And witness the events in the cabin through the skylight in the floor of the upper deck. Is that right? Oh, Sipple took this guy, right?
Yeah.
Who's taking this guy
You took
now?
him and the first one.
Okay,
Can't take
I'll
him, Bella. Safe.
That's right, yes.
In that case, there's a portion of the cabin interior that would have been out of sight from you.
What? Well, also, why does this guy have a katana in a court?
That's not his. That was the katana of the sexy guy.
That's the
but
sexy guy.
we basically,
Yeah.
yes, we are inheriting its power.
Azuba!
Can't believe he's dead. Rest in peace, sexy guy.
This sexy guy.
Oh yeah, that guy is 19th century Ron. What's his name? Ron Delight.
It could be
Obvious-
Sebastian.
It's 90s
Yeah,
century
Sebastian.
pain in my ass.
It could
Obviously,
be Sebastian.
obviously at this stage we can't say for sure. But the possibility cannot be denied that at the time of the incident, there could have been another passenger in the enclosed cabin of the omnibus. Oh, right.
Enough
Who's?
hypothetical Mendering, my Nippus's friend. Prosecution demands that you substitute your claim. After all, the secret of the crime is here, in the flesh, the scene of the crime.
Very well, I will uphold the prosecution's demand.
Basically me doing an impression of JPEG.
What? In what way? In what voice?
How? What voice? Oh, okay. Manfred.
You will identify the area on this cross-sectional plan of the omnibus. Where exactly,
What? That was awfully
difficult.
close to the...
Where exactly in the omnibus are you suggesting that this potential extra passenger could have been situated?
Isn't there? No,
Okay,
it was
now
on
which
the-
side is it?
I think, okay. I think it was on this side. Yeah.
Let's check.
Yeah, you know, that's smart.
I don't think it matters, actually.
Really?
Yes, though.
Oh, wait, no, it does matter. Never mind.
Wait, no. Okay.
Going inside.
So this
on the
is-
other side.
This
You're
is
right.
on the side of the... Fuck,
Right.
I forgot to... Okay, on the right, basically? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
On the right. Yeah, on the right. Okay.
I was right. Because I'm Phoenix, right?
Yeah, like where the body is, on the right. R? Take that! Both rows of seats on the roof face in the direction of travel, whereas the seats in the enclosed cabin face each other, which means the visible part of the cabin, which passengers on the roof deck can see through the skylight, is as I've drawn here.
Oh!
That's right, my lord. As you can see, the seat opposite the one on which the victim and his attacker were sitting is obscured from view. In other words, if someone had been sitting on that seat, it's quite possible that these witnesses would have been completely unaware of it.
Look at him, he's so
Bloody
cold.
hell.
He's so cold.
It's quite possible. Some phantom was sitting there. Omnipians have a forbidding habit of obscuring the truth with ambiguity.
I concur with the prosecution's rejoinder. In a British court of law, evidence is paramount. I cannot entertain this conjecture, counsel. That is, unless you're able to put a name to this mysterious passenger to whom you allude.
You.
Can you say that again?
It's you, Sythe.
Oh,
Oh, it is?
I guess so.
I told you I'm gonna take sexy prosecutor. You take the
Okay. Can you? I think it was. Can you, Mr. Naruto?
I honestly don't know. Who could it have been? Who could have been in the other seat, which is out of sight from the witnesses on the roof deck?
Hey, Faraday.
Yes! Very obviously.
I have no idea.
Well, we really don't know, do we?
We don't.
No, you do know. You do know.
Really?
Apparently we do.
I understand, my
Otherwise,
lord.
it's game over.
The defense would like to put forward a name.
You're a fool. You're a foolish fool.
I know.
He's a foolish.
Response was desperate attempt by a man who has no notion of his own eliminations.
Gah! Why did you have to cut that deep?
A toast to a hard lesson not yet learned.
Let us not delay, counsel. The defense is still to name the passenger in the other seat.
Ow. This could be it. This could be the chance I've been waiting for to turn the trial in my favor. On that night, on the night of the murder, the person occupying the seat in the omnibus cabin that was obscured from view was... Gee golly, I don't know.
It was the defense himself.
Ah!
We already know who was on the bus.
It was the victim himself.
Yeah, maybe, no. Actually, I thought about that too. It's
The
like,
victim?
Maybe the victim himself was the one. Yeah, look at him. Does he look like he can afford writing that passage with like
Okay,
5
that's
points?
actually pretty true.
It's not the victim himself.
Okay. Well, you gotta admit, he looks pretty... He's like the odd one out
He
here.
looks a little suspicious.
Sus. Then who could it be? It can't be the prosecutor. So. Six
Hmm.
men.
Roof
Who
deck,
has
roof
no-
deck, driver, victim, defendant.
He was the one in the seat.
Was he?
Think so.
I mean, we'd be incriminating our
Why would
own,
you do
our own,
Yeah.
and we're looking
Why
for an
would you do
additional guy.
The characters? Maybe it was the Ron wannabe. So
The
it's
Ron one? No. He was also on the roof deck. Was it him?
It was Beppo.
Was it him? Was it Baron? Baroque?
No.
Kenneth?
No.
Von
He
Zie.
can't.
Zei.
Who else could it have been?
Zei.
The white haired dude?
I don't think so.
It's not him either.
Okay.
Susato!
The
You!
evidence we have so far.
Okay. How do I go back? I can't look at the evidence. I can only look at the people.
Yeah, more characters.
Look at all their beautiful faces.
Then. Driver?
Yeah.
It can't be the driver. The driver?
Beppo.
I don't think it was the driver.
Eyewitness to the incident.
Oh, no, his name's just funny to me.
Beppo.
Beppo.
Then it's the defendant?
That's the only other guy I can
There
think
ain't
of.
no way.
Actually, that's the first time I'm like
on the
clueless.
deck work together to cover for each other.
Actually,
The
clueless
first
just
person
now.
I voiced.
The person you voiced.
The first one. What?
He was also on the roof deck, so...
Do we not have more characters at all?
It won't let us scroll.
Well, he did see... Okay. I think this is one of those trick questions where it's like, you know, you couldn't see the defendant, therefore how do you know it was really him? Eh?
I don't know. I'm letting you decide because you should take the fall. I don't want to be not right.
No. Let's let our save file take the fall. My God, it's still from the first courtroom. Okay. Z. Okay. Take that.
The
passion-
animations are so cool.
They are right. Oh, I love the art style of this game. The passenger in the enclosed cabin that the witnesses on the roof deck failed to see has to have been Mr. Magnus McGilded.
What are you talking about, Counsel? That's the name of the defendant!
That poor guy. He looks like he's about to pee himself.
What the fuck?
If I discredit this chamber by shaming the hollow child, do forgive this discourtesy.
Lord Van Zeeks!
People talk those tiny little nations too far east as having a learning culture of their own.
That's racist,
I
Van
see they use
Zeeks.
the term of ill advertised.
That's racist. What are you trying to say?
Everybody a little bit racist. Let me explain in turn that even student from an less backwater such as yourself might understand. Whatever is that supposed to be? My body was seen and unfolded. The victim and the assailant were sitting side by side. Multiple witnesses have attested to that fact. It is very premise on which case is built.
Objection! But that premise may be wrong.
The fuck? What?
If the victim really was sitting beside Mr. Gilded, it creates an inconsistency that can't be reconciled in any way.
What inconsistency, Counsel?
The defendant's gloves, my lord. Both witnesses made the same testimony. They claimed that there was blood on both hands of the person sitting next to the victim.
Yet we know the truth to be otherwise. Only one glove bears the glory remains.
Objection! The point is, even in the face of this irrefutable evidence, both witnesses have maintained their stance.
Yes, their testimony remains unchanged.
Exactly. They both adamantly swear that they clearly remember seeing blood on both hands of the assailant, whatever. In short, their memory of events is correct, and their testimony reveals the truth. It was somebody else sitting beside the victim that night, a third party we have yet to identify. And the victim's blood was on that passenger's hands, both of them.
Who was this third party, you might say?
Were you not listening? He just said we have yet to identify.
Obviously, the true culprit. That's really. That's even. Obviously, the true culprit.
Extraordinary! You gave us no name! That means nothing at all! Order! 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 What exactly are you postulating?
The defendant's position is just that. Nothing more than conjecture.
Conjecture.
That word means. Conjecture. The witness have clearly stated that they saw the accused.
Objection!
Bitch!
As a matter of fact, objection. But when elaborating on his testimony, Mr. Fairplay said the two of them were wearing hats and I couldn't exactly make out their faces.
Yes. The tops of the heads were obscured by the roof. I could see the rest of them, though.
Yeah, that's right. Both transferred. Most certainly had. Hatters too didn't notice such things, sir.
And what particular styles of hat do the two gentlemen sport, Mr. Faust?
I'm afraid I don't remember.
And you call yourself a hatter?
That's racist.
Style of hat makes no difference. There are no third party in the cabinet.
How can you be sure?
Cause your mom
Oh!
had been accused Mr. Gilded would have undoubtedly have offered to dispose of that fact.
Ugh!
Plus, that is, you're proposing an even more preposterous explanation.
Preposterous is my middle name.
An elevator with two guns.
No.
Used something with the presence of a true corporate in the very cabin in which you travel.
Ugh!
Dumb or stupid or dumb, huh?
Hey, Beppo, he's so fucking cold. Give him a coat or
Give him
something.
a
Let
give
him
him a
go to the
coat.
bathroom. He's doing the potty dance.
Ah, he's right. If there was another person traveling in the enclosed cabin of the omnibus, it's inconceivable that Mr. McGilded would have been unaware of it.
Inconceivable.
Order! There is clearly a simple solution to this problem. And sadly, he is not here.
I'm just your problem.
Bring the accused, Mr. McGilda, to the stand, or else I'll sing you a song with this guitar. I'm just your problem.
I heard that song once. It's very good. What you say, counsel?
Prosecution objection, my lord. I do not treat you like a goddess.
On what grounds? On what floors? On what...
The suspect, you will
Grass.
already have made a full statement to the police. Is that what you want me to do?
But what if there's some reason why he's unable to speak freely?
Isn't that free speech?
But Magus McGilder is no uneducated ruffian.
Oh?
It is indeed turns out that the man had been withholding information. Can be sure it will have been the most deliberate act.
Counsel for the defense, what is your opinion?
My lord, should we ask Mr. McGilda to testify or not? Yeah. Yes, we need to hear what he has to say in order to find out the truth. Excuse me, teacher, I have the answer. The defense would like to call Mr. McGilda to the stand.
Teacher, I have to go potty.
Teacher,
too.
may I use the bathroom?
Yes? What is your... whatever. In that case, I would like to hear the opinion of the jury.
That was awesome.
Yes, I need a little time to consider this. Oh, jeez.
Oh my god, if you ask me, I think we should hear what Mr. McGilda has to say.
Let him and I say.
Am I still taking this character?
Yes.
Ah! It would be utterly illogical not to hear his testimony.
When something needs doing, get it done. That's how I run things at the guild.
Hearing what the patron of my favorite little pack has to say? Oh, yes, that would have been lovely.
Yes, the juror says the man must be heard.
Very well. The court will hear the defendant's testimony. Bailiff, show the defendant to the stand at once.
It's so distracting.
What? What is?
Oh, wait till he does the Pikachu face.
I think they're shaking.
Oh, the shaking.
He's gonna do the Pikachu face eventually. It's the
No.
funniest thing ever.
Now, maybe what actually happened that night will finally become clear.
It's clear as mud.
Let proceedings be resumed. Mr. McGilded, have you been listening to the discourse of the day?
Oh, to be sure I have, my lord.
There are now two matters on which the court desires to hear from you. The first is whether or not there was a third party with you in the omnibus cabin as proposed by the defense. The second is that if such a person was indeed present, why did you conceal that fact from the police?
Yeah, no, it is not the nature to hide anything at all.
Just answer a question, please. Some bitch.
Oh, the truth of the matter is, I've been desperate about this for how long. Do I tell you, sir, or do I keep my mouth shut?
Tell us what, Mr. McGilded? Oh, that's just dots.
The fine fella representing me is absolutely right. In the carriage on the night with myself and the other man, there was another passenger.
It's true!
Aye, and 'twas me who helped the little urchin get away with all that happened.
You... What?
Me in math class and I found out I'm wrong.
No, Mangus McGilda, that convenient excuse cannot save you now.
No, I'm truly sorry as I am, Lord Van Zeeks. I'm truly you'll be wanting to know why I said nothing was I taken by the police. I do be having a very good reason, I assure you.
Which was?
Well, the little child was just in the wrong place at the wrong time, and not in any way involved, you see.
What?
Oh.
If the police had known that the wee one was there, they'd have assumed she'd done it. They'd have haunted her right here in this courtroom, just like myself. I was only trying to spare her that. Young hearts and young minds are easily damaged, my lord.
And who
I'd
was
like
this?
to point out that McGilded is 3 stones away from finishing his Infinity Gauntlet.
Wait, I want to see. I want to see his fist again.
And who was this young child of whom you speak?
No, that I don't know.
You don't know?
There we go.
Aye. The wee thing that just happened to be in the car that night, I never saw her before or since.
I have absolutely no reason to believe this man. Prosecution calls for the witness statement to be discarded by the court.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised. If the urchin isn't here in this courtroom as we speak, listening to the proceedings.
What? What?
Bang!
Ah, smoke! Ah, there's a fire! There's a fire!
Run, sorry!
Fire!
What is going on?
Have a scoop
Fire,
here.
obviously. Be careful, Mr. Naruto. Cover your face.
Oh, sorry, that's you.
Won't let the accused escape. Secure the ambulance.
I hear my con. Oh, I hear my con. An emergency recess.
sweetie. Finally, smoke.
I
Smoke.
think I'm going to die before I can even read this line. Bailiff, ensure the defendant is in custody and clear the courtroom.
Ako, did you inspect your smoke alarm? Ay nako, ay nako.
Not bad. We were hurriedly removed from the smoke-filled courtroom by the bailiff. Amid scenes of chaos as people stumbled over one another in their desperation to flee the chamber, we had no idea what was happening. All we knew was that, for the time being at least, the trial was suspended.
Oh, we're about to meet another one of my favorite characters in this game.
To be continued. And
And
we
we'll
will
see you guys next time. As in right now.
Yes.
How are you feeling? You good, man?
That smoke really
smoke
did a
was so
number to my
realistic.
lungs. Anyway.
Yeah, we'll see
Yo,
you
I know I called you a weenie, but don't lose. Don't lose yourself.
Did
I
I...
hate
There we
winning.
go.
Weenie wieners? That's disgusting.
It's like gunshots.
I know, that's exactly what I said.
That's my mom's birthday.
Oh!
Your mom's
Advanced
the
happy
accused.
birthday. What on earth just happened in there?
Mr. Naruhodo, I've managed to find out what happened.
Mr. Sato.
I was told it was an advanced form of smoke grenade. A type of exploding device that releases smoke.
A smoke grenade? It sounds like the sort of thing ninjas use.
You're just making sure everything is safe now. I think the trial will start again before long.
But who would have done something like that?
Police managed to catch someone who was trying to flee the courtroom, apparently.
Flee the courtroom? Why?
Well, it's a young girl of around 15, I hear.
A young girl? Then could it be the other passenger that Mr. McGilded was just talking about?
My thoughts exactly.
So he wasn't lying. Oh! What's become of Mr. McGilded, actually? There's so many things I need to ask him about, but he's not here.
I think he was summoned to the prosecutor's antechamber to answer questions, along with the young girl.
Who is she, I wonder? And what was she even doing here at the trial? She was taking a huge risk. For what possible benefit to herself?
There's another matter that's troubling me.
What's that?
The 20 pence.
Oh,
According to the coachman, Mr. Beppo, we took 4 passengers that night at a fare of 5 pence each. That comes to a total of 20 pence exactly.
but now it seems there were in fact
no.
5 passengers.
Which means the figures don't seem to add up again.
She's right. That is strange. Counsel for the defense, kindly proceed into the courtroom. The trial will recommence in 5 minutes. Oh, thank you, officer. We'll go in straight away.
Well, whoever she is, I imagine this young girl will be asked to take the stand and testify now. I really can't imagine what she's going to say, but it could alter the whole direction of the trial.
We'll know soon enough, Mrs. Sato.
Yes.
Oh, snap.
Oh, snappers.
Bruno Swipey!
Daniel swiping.
Wait, if I change screen, does it show my entire screen?
Kinda. Let me check on the stream.
It does. Ah, whatever. I have nothing to hide. Except my search history. There's the young girl next to Mr. McGilded. Look! She must have been the one who caused the disturbance before.
Gonna be another Kay Faraday situation.
Well, I nearly died from asphyxiation, but I'm all right now. After that rather uneventful recess, the court will now resume the trial of Mr. Magnus McGilded. Now then, Lord Van Zeeks.
My lord, qu'est-ce que c'est?
I believe you have established the cause of the smoke which veiled the proceedings earlier.
It seems to have been an advanced form of a smoke grenade, of sort of typically employed by the army.
Good gracious, the army! What in the devil's name?
It was an elaborate attempt by the young lady. A cloak her escape from the public gallery, but she was caught. But now a cop occupies the stand.
Your name, girl? Are you responsible for the smoke grenade which induced such pandemonium here in my courtroom? What in the meaning of this deplorable behavior?
Hasn't even said anything.
If I may, my lord.
Yes, Mr. McGilded?
I think that I ought to explain here why it is that the wee lass was here in the first place and why she managed to try to bolt like that. It's all tied up with the events of last night, so it is.
Very well, Mr. McGilded. Give your testimony. You will explain to the court how exactly this young woman is involved in this case.
Just what did happen that night?
Marge, the fuck? What are you doing here?
It's not like a defense lawyer needs that information or anything.
On the night in question, I took the back seat and the omnibus seat promptly nodded off. Then, begorra, a loud thud and a wee scream woke me up with a fair start. There was a fella collapsed on the floor at my feet, so I sat up on my seat across from me. Then I turned to find out where that scream had come from, and bless my soul, what did I find? There was a child in there, all curled up in a ball, hiding her wee self away.
I remain somewhat baffled, I confess, but from what I gather on the night in question, this young girl was indeed riding in the omnibus. Is that correct?
This is exactly as the defense counsel said. This lass was the fifth passenger, my lord.
Very well. The defense may now cross-examine the witnesses. Are you ready, counsel?
Yes, my lord. Or rather, no. I have no idea where to start.
Alright, you gotta press all of them here.
Oh boy. Fun!
It's a personal situation.
Hold it!
Situation.
And when you first got into the omnibus, were there any other passengers already on board?
There were not. The cabin was empty and there was no one on the roof deck either.
You were the first passenger, as it were. I see.
Aye, and that's when I took the backside as I did. 'Tis the most comfortable, so it is.
Could you explain exactly what you mean by the back seat?
By all means, 'tis how you already described it earlier. I'm talking about the seat opposite the one in which the poor gentleman which was stabbed was sitting in. Like I said, 'tis the most comfortable, and where I feel most at ease. And of course, I enjoy gazing through the skylight from time to time as well.
Ben Zeke's giving us the silent treatment. He doesn't want to talk today.
That's an Edgeworth thing as well. But also sometimes a Von Karma thing. Hold it! A loud thud, you say? And a scream.
Aye, that's right, how can I explain it? 'Twas like the sound of someone falling to the ground. That sort of noise.
So you think it was the sound of Mr. Mason falling to the floor having been stabbed?
No, you'll remember I was asleep at the time, so I wouldn't like to say. When the sound woke me up and I opened my eyes, there was a soul to be had in the carriage but the fellow on the floor.
You didn't see anyone. But at the same moment, you did hear a scream.
Ah, from the seats above you on the roof deck, I presume.
Not above me, no, my lord. 'Twas from the inside of the cabin.
The theory.
Well, I was...
What if the young girl was sitting with the victim and the victim threw the young girl into the seat next to this guy in order to save her? And that's why there was a thud and a scream, because she hit the other side of the omnibus.
Huh. So there was a sixth passenger?
I mean, there could have been. I'm saying the girl was like, I don't know, his daughter or something, for all I know. It was like sitting with him or in his lap or something. And he was like, oh no, I'm about to be stabbed. Yeet. And then she hits the wall of the omnibus.
And then she
that's what the thud and
screams.
scream was.
Where did the knife come from, though?
Where did it come from? Where did it go? Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I haven't thinking about the scream. No, I was too stunned by the desperate sight before my eyes.
Hold it! You sat him up? The victim, you mean?
Oh, that I did. On the seat across from me, as I said, I could plainly see the poor devil was already gone. And you wouldn't leave a dead man just lying on the floor now, would you?
Well...
Yeah, as to not tamper with evidence.
It is common courtesy, so it is.
The mute button did not work. I find that a little hard to believe.
Lord Van Zeeks? No, how would that be?
Ara.
You wake up on a line that you're in carriage. And in a more person, I cannot read this because it is o'clock. Okay, good. Hell, let's outstanding member on the side.
Well now, as you know, I'm in something of a special line of business.
The business
Something of a
of
business for himself.
lending money at exorbitant rates of interest.
Unfortunately, my lord, not everyone is thankful for the help I offer them, and some would even see me dead. So I do try, where it's all possible, to avoid getting myself in a tangle of trouble.
Are you suggesting you were just going to leave the man there?
Heavens alive, no! I was always intending to report it, so it was. Only, I had the mind to find out the whys and wherefores first.
The whys and wherefores?
Right you are. And there are some details I want to understand before anyone else got to the meddling. That scream I heard, for example. Wouldn't your good self do just the same?
Yes. The scream he says he heard at the same time as the thud of a victim collapsing. Hold it! I'm afraid I don't understand. I'm sure you told the court that there was no one else in the carriage except yourself and the victim.
So I did, sir, and so I did, as far as I could see, that is.
What do you mean by that?
Well, now it is a queer thing. What? Scream I heard that as I woke up. It came from, if you excuse the vulgar expression, under my backside.
Good gracious!
Under your backside?
There's a secret compartment?
And when I lifted the seat where I've been sitting, I found there was a wee cubbyhole there for storage.
You missed it. We found it in the last episode.
Bruh. Nobody told me.
Whoops.
Mr. Naruhodo, we can examine the omnibus ourselves, remember?
Yes, of course. It's not as if we already have. The whole bus was submitted as evidence.
This would be a very good time to have a thorough look around inside.
So we already
go.
did. And that's when I found her. They're all called up and ball, hiding her weed physical away.
Hold it!
Oh.
No, I will not.
Okay. You say she was hiding herself. Just takes a shit in front of the entire courtroom. You say she was hiding herself.
It's disgusting. Aye, that's right. It was hard to see in the dim lamplight, but she was all curled up in the wee ball when her eyes met. Well,
Oh!
me heart nearly stopped beating in my chest.
You're really overacting this.
Still and all, I pulled her out from under there and sat her on the seat opposite so I could have a wee chin wag with her.
Huh?
The seat opposite?
That's right, just next to the dead gentleman there.
What the
You
fuck?
sat this young girl next to a corpse, sir?
Well, as I'm sure I mentioned, a gentleman in my position can all too often find himself in mortal danger. So, I needed to find out just who this urchin was, you see. And while I was in the middle of talking with her, I heard another scream, a fella's voice this time.
Presumably that scream was Mr. First, who was sitting on the roof deck seats.
Right you are again, I would say, sir. Looking down through the skylight, he must have seen this young girl and the gentleman with the knife in his belly.
In other words, the previous witnesses did not, in fact, see you at all, Mr. Gilded. What they believed to be yourself and the victim was, in fact, this girl and the late Mr. Mason.
Aye, my lord. I was, as I think everyone understands now, sat in the back of the carriage out of sight.
How's her arm not asleep?
That's a very good question.
It is certainly possible. The defendant is somewhat diminutive in stature,
What the heck?
Readily confused, perhaps, with this young girl.
After that, of course. With a scream from the gentleman over us, the driver realized something was wrong and pulled up the horses.
Thank you. I've heard enough. The events as explained are clear in my mind. However, at least one conundrum remains. Who is the girl?
Is she dead?
Her name is Gina Lestrade, my lord.
Oh.
She's a chancer, earns her crust among large crowds, relieving in people of her purses.
Crust.
What's commonly called a pickpocket.
What?
What? Sorry.
This girl here, a petty thief.
Judge Booker.
Order! Order! Is this true?
Ain't nobody saying anything, my lord.
My lord?
Stop it.
What?
Miss
See, I can't turn off
Lestrade?
my alarm because my phone broke down, so it just will pop itself like every 8 minutes.
Can't turn off the
I'm not
alarm?
Phone broke down. I can't touch the screen monitor.
Oh. Hey, that used to be my phone.
Mrs. Strad, you will answer the question. Oh! Surely now I will finally meet the light! After dying of asphyxiation! How dare you! What is the meaning of this?
What the?
Ah! She dematerialized! The girl, she's gone!
Who's that? Is that her?
I think that's her.
Open your eyes.
Up to the sky and see.
I'm over here.
Good gracious! How?
What was the point in that little sidestep?
I know what you lot are thinking. Grown-ups are all the same. These dirty little dipper will say slipped up and got caught on the job. She got herself backed into a corner, so she knocked the jet. Go on! That's what's in your heads, ain't it?
No, not at all. Although I'm not exactly an adult. This is a court of law. We... Ow.
What the frick?
I take it back. I was like, those accused and judges are so not the prosecutors are so boring. Don't throw shit at each other. But she broke the time. She broke it.
Now it's the no, not anything the defendant, like a witness, I guess.
Yeah.
I should change her voice.
I think she's Cockney.
She's Cockney.
Look, knives are for cowards. Only thugs use weapons like that. All I need for what I do is these fingers. I'm a professional, alright. Maybe not in your eyes, but I got pride in what I do.
Let me guess. You don't count smoke guns among weapons for thugs.
Oh, this? Yeah, this was in a bag I lifted the other day. Down where they keep the four-wheel drags. It's nice, isn't it? I like the pink best.
Do
Me
not
too.
wave that thing in my direction again!
How has she not been thrown out of court?
So, you admit that you were riding the omnibus in the night in question?
It's alright, lass. You can tell them the truth now.
Alright, yeah. It's just like the Irishman said.
The court accepts this girl, Miss Gina Lestrade, into evidence as a valid and significant witness in this case.
She's in our inventory now.
You know, watch. The Irish guy paid her to be
Objectifying. Huh?
A witness. Watch, the Irish guy paid her to be a witness.
Oh, just like us. Or just, stand next to him in court.
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, he paid us to be his
Well, he
lawyer.
offered money. I don't know if he's paid us yet.
He threw the coin at you. It hurt your eye.
Yeah.
Accordingly, young lady, we will now hear your testimony, if you please. Who will tell the court exactly what happened in the omnibus on the night in question?
Alright, if I have to.
Sonia A. Martin says, "I love Gina so much."
No. Oh, Gina.
It was originally gonna be my sister's name.
Oh wow.
Anyways.
Oh.
So
That's your
I can
sister.
start Church. She's in a video game.
My God.
So that's Russian friend.
Marriage. Before they hooked up the horses, just like always. I've been scoping this place out for a while now. But it was a right old waste of time. I got nothing to show for me troubles that night. I'll tell you, you can't see a blind thing in that hiding place. It's pitch in there. Then after a while, I hear this loud bang. Nearly jumped out me skin, I did. And the scream just came out.
Oh, congratulations.
Daniel!
Sorry.
Congratulations, you're gay.
It's because of that this spell found me. It did help me get away, mind.
Yes,
I don't accent.
he let you go.
I fail to
A wrist
understand.
brace.
What?
On the main character, was that a wrist brace?
A wrist brace?
Never mind. Right.
What's a wrist brace? I'm sorry.
I fail to understand why you would let this street urchin go, Mr. McGilded.
Oh, the simplicity itself, my lord. You see, she couldn't possibly have killed the other passenger. I knew that for a fact.
How?
And I'm sure I said before, sir.
That's a nice statement you got there, McGilded. Why don't you back it up with a source?
It was still sitting on top of the place where she was hiding herself.
I think a
I think the
demonstration.
demonstration.
That's
Oh,
me!
you.
That's me! Shut up, you wanker! I think a demonstration is called for.
Fucking hell. I'll bet you hidden. You see where I was at that night?
And the cubby hole of which you have spoken is underneath this seat, I presume.
We?
Incredible! Yes. It does appear just large enough to accommodate someone of this girl's stature.
Or of your stature?
Aye, but of course, the wee lass was stuck in there. Because I parked myself on the seat for the duration.
Ah!
So you see, that's why I hit the last bolt. I knew that if the police found her there, they'd automatically assume she'd done it. But I couldn't live with myself. A young life was ruined when all the time I knew she was innocent.
Even though you must have realized your action would result in your own innocence being called into question?
No. Not at all, my lord. Not at all. I knew in my own heart that I was innocent. So I thought it was worth taking a punt on my own good name for the sake of a less fortunate lass. My goodness.
What a perfect gentleman.
My lord! This fine example of a man cannot possibly be guilty of a heinous crime like this. I'm ashamed of myself for ever doubting you, sir.
Yo.
Not guilty.
With calm, calculated reasoning, one arrives clearly at the truth every time.
Yes.
Someone get the fire extinguisher! Oh, those don't exist yet. Saint alive! All 6 members of the jury consensual in their leaning to a verdict of non-guilty?
Yeah, bitch. That's what we do around here.
Mr. Naruhodo, it must mean
It must mean what?
that we're victorious.
We've won? Are you sure?
Did he not just watch it?
Whoa! Whoa!
That The sight of my iron-headed Wilgen offends prey. No, forgive this courtesy. Motherfucker.
Look at that leg!
Alarm just started seeing you started talking. It really is uncommunistic example of one monumental flaw in the British judicial practice. The evidence and reasoning should be permanent. Emotion rule the day.
Emotion?
A witness' last statement gives us a clear insight into his true nature.
What do you mean, his true nature?
He's a liar.
Do you really think a Scotland Yard would have made such a glaring omission? The incident, the omnibus was comparatively searched by officers of the police. I do always get the characters with the hardest words. Obviously, the interior of this chubby hole, as the
Chubby
witness
hole.
put it, included in their investigations. Compartment under the posterior seat was full of Coachman's belongings. It's noted in black and white here in the police report.
Good lord!
Evidence has been tampered with. In order to corroborate Mr. McGilbert's story, someone was unfully removed everything under that seat.
What?
Damn it.
Oh my
I think
god!
that was her.
Order! Order! How could such a devious contrivance possibly have been effected, Council?
Naturally, we have a knowledge of this the constantly in allowing we have happened. However, I assure you, when the omnibus was wheeled into the courtroom this morning, compartment under the seat was not empty. Well, my Nepostius friend,
Me?
the carriage was substituted as evidence. Double to examine it in the final detail, as would any self-respecting
Oh, sorry.
figure of the law. Say, what do you find in that condition under the seat? Apartment to be?
Ah, yes, the young gentleman will be able to clear this up in the jiffy.
Sorry?
Go ahead, you tell the court now, fella. How all this is an elaborate excuse by the despot, Lord Van Zeeks.
Well, Council,
The sweat.
do you have something to say on this matter?
How am I supposed to answer? What can I say about the state of that little compartment under the seat in the omnibus?
Wasn't empty.
I didn't look.
I didn't look. Sorry. What
No, it
what
wasn't
compartment are we
empty.
talking about?
I am at the compartment, the hidden bus. Remember, like there was like half.
That's where the defendant was hiding.
On here, but it was filled with shit.
It was filled with
Filled
shit?
with shit?
Oh, it was!
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Oh, it was.
That's where they put all the horse poop.
Yeah, there was bags. Wait, oh, that's not what we're supposed to look at. It's empty now, but there was stuff in it, I remember.
Told you.
Yeah, it wasn't empty. I really don't know if giving this answer is helping my cause as counsel for the defense. But as far as I remember at least, when I first examined the compartment, I'm fairly certain there was a number of articles inside it. Yes.
Are you sure, Council?
Now to be wise. What are you saying now, you daft toy? I thought you were on the side here.
The fucker. What game are you playing? The task is to defend the man in the stand. Why would you say something that compromises his position?
As the advocate for the defense in this trial, I confess I'm still not entirely sure where I stand. But it seems to me that I should state what facts I do know as clearly and honestly as possible.
Interesting.
'Tis not altogether pleasing, fella.
I'm simply telling the truth, Mr. McGilded.
Well, don't forget that you're supposed to be representing my best interest here, lad. Now then. A fella's memory's a curious thing, not altogether reliable. No, the court must consider the facts. The cubbyhole under the seat was as empty as the devil's heart, so it is. Do you think perhaps it would be in your best interest now to admit that you might have been mistaken?
Why? Why do I feel like something's not right here?
Not right here.
I should like the jury to weigh in on this matter, I think. That compartment's designed to house equipment used to maintain the smooth running of the carriage. The Guild's rules state that the omnibuses should be properly and fully equipped at all times, so it certainly wouldn't have been empty on the night in question. Beppo isn't that irresponsible. That money-lending fleecer and the pick purse are lying.
Oh shit.
No!
Ah!
The pickpocket and the driver are in on it together.
Can't believe I was nearly taken in! Stinking rich are always stinkers, nothing but cowards. Out of them.
What? Oh no.
Just a trick. Of course, it's a trick. Bye.
Damn.
We really screwed ourselves up here.
Oh, that's me. Quite so. I must concur here.
It's always sexy people that ruin it for us.
Fuck
Damn
you,
it.
sexy.
Fucking sexy people.
Fucking
God
sexy
damn it.
people. With calm, calculated reasoning, one arrives clearly at the truth every time. Yes, but every time a different truth, it seems.
Stupid sexy Venzeeks.
And no, me sexy is the starting. Anyway, my lord, I humbly exhibit the scale of justice. Surely, a verdict of not guilty at this time would be unwholly inappropriate.
Thank you, Counsel. But before we proceed any further, there is the matter of the outstanding cross-examination.
Why do you explode?
My nose is clogged.
Oh.
Counsel for the defense, begin your questioning of the witness, please.
Yes, my lord. What just happened? The whole balance of the trial just shifted almost beyond recognition. The Reaper of the Bailey is at work, it would seem. Excuse me.
Press the fifth one.
Okay.
Hey,
Hold it! And when Mr. McGilda discovered you, he pulled you out from your hiding place.
Bloody hell, I was scared stiff I was. Dragged me out, sat me down on the seat and all.
Next to the victim,
Bloody
Mr. Mason.
corpse. Yeah. The bloke had a knife in his gut. He's still bleeding. And the carriage lurched a bit, and he ended up falling onto me. Ah, how awful. Both my hands got covered in blood, made me feel sick as a dog.
Both her hands covered in blood. That must be what the rooftop passengers saw. After that, I believe you talked to Mr. McGillard for a while. Is that correct?
He asked me some stuff. Wanted to know my name and what I was up to in that. And I heard something from above. Someone screamed.
Yes, Mr. First on the roof deck, one would presume.
Well, I didn't want no one seeing my face, so I didn't look up. Yours is what grown up, smartish, and this your Irishman says to me. Get back under the seat. I'll see that you can get away later. And I believed him. All 6 members of the jury had decided the defendant was innocent.
For one brief shining moment, yes.
It's clear that they are all still very unsure. If we could just find some conclusive piece of evidence amongst this new testimony, I'm sure we would clinch the verdict we want.
Yes, I think you're right. And I have this niggling feeling. Something's bothering me, but I just can't quite put my finger on it.
Alright, now you gotta press one of the other 4.
Hmm.
Or the first 4. And then a thing will happen.
Wait, any of them?
No, specifically one of them.
Okay, one of them. Okay. Hold it! A waste of time? Why is that?
Well, most nights I'm my own in the god permit, at least some of the time.
I beg your pardon? Did you say gold permit?
Oh, yeah, well, that's what my kind call it. You'd say the omnibus, I suppose. The point is, any normal run, the carriage ain't got no one in it for a while.
And that's when you come out of your hiding place and get away.
That's it. Only that night. This cove was sat on me seat from the start. And he didn't budge the whole way, did he? Not 1 inch. I was totally stuck.
Do you mean to tell us that you were present in the carriage for the duration?
Oops.
You were under the sea the entire time while events were unfolded in the enclosed cabin?
Yeah. Right, mister?
To be sure, I was shocked as anyone. You don't expect to let the cushiony sound find a child, now do you?
So this Miss Lestrade couldn't possibly be the culprit then. Okay. Hold it! When you say a loud bang, do you mean the noise of someone falling to the floor?
Could have been. I suppose I don't remember so well. Point is, it made me jump.
How high? And you let us scream involuntarily?
That's right. And then I felt the cushion over me and get lighter all of a sudden.
Presumably when the defendant got up in order to help the victim, yes.
Or no. It could be equally have been the moment the accused stood in order to stop the victim. I cannot read, it's blocked.
Sorry. Wait, what exactly is blocking it?
That's when there's a pop-up and I can't see like the end of the sentence. It like comes and goes.
Okay, so it's a Discord problem. God damn it, Discord.
Well, girl, did you see what happened at the crucial moment?
Yeah, I saw it. Pushed up the cushion. Not a quick butcher's... What? I pushed up the cushion and had a quick butcher's while I had the chance, didn't I?
I don't know, Cockney slang.
The Irishman was sitting up the bloke. What did fall? Irishman sitting up the bloke who had fallen on the floor on the seat opposite. I'm struggling with this one. Matches Mr. McGill's account, of course. But then the fellow suddenly turns around and looks right at me. I sunk back down again, but it was too late by then. I should never have risked looking.
What? That wasn't the statement?
There's only 5.
Hold it!
Do it. I believe.
So you couldn't see out into the cabin at all.
Not a jot. Most days I push a cushion up with me and look out the crack.
Ew.
Then I can have a butcher's at who I'm gonna fiddle.
Oh, it gets worse.
I thought you were a pickpocket, not a butcher.
I mean, I can have a look. The seat I get under ain't as plush as the other one, see? So, most of the time, the passengers plant themselves opposite. But for some reason that night, this here Irishman spent the whole journey right over me head.
And for that reason, you weren't able to push the cushion up to peek out. I see.
Truth is, I ain't too happy in small, dark places. Feels too much like being thrown in the clink.
Yes, let me just say.
So here's a neat feature, Sythe. We can actually switch between the witnesses and hear what they have to say.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Excuse me.
Wacky.
Excuse me.
Is something wrong, Mr. McGilden?
Pardon me?
Oh, I do apologize.
But there's something the matter, Council.
He turned into Herlock there for a second.
Our luck.
I'm just wondering if Miss Lestrade's last comment made something occur to you, perhaps. You seem to be thinking something to yourself.
No, it was nothing important. I was feeling bad for the poor lass, so. I remember feeling desperate myself as a young lad. Shut up in the dark. It was terrifying, so it was.
I see. Yes, I'm sure we can all sympathize. I'm still scared of the dark now.
Hey, you were stuck in a closet for like weeks.
Wardrobe.
Weeks. Weeks.
I don't know about yourself. I've got a feeling you were brushing.
It's gonna make a pretty vulgar joke.
But I find the darkness makes everything you hear so much louder as well.
Yeah. I suppose it does, maybe.
Miss Lestrade, did you hear something that night? Anything? An unusual noise, perhaps?
Why is he so eager?
He wants to win. Like that. If he doesn't win this case, then he can't be a lawyer.
Yeah.
Nah, not really. All I could hear was the Irishman snoring.
Jeebers, there's no need to tell the whole world the my foibles, you little scamp.
Jabers? What a pity. If only Miss Lestrade had heard something, might have given us a vital new clue.
Yes. What should we make of that last statement of hers? It's important! Him snoring is profoundly important.
Yeah, because then we can determine he was asleep.
He was actually asleep and then he didn't do it. Right?
Actually, yeah.
Actually, he paid her to say that. He's like, don't tell them. Just so he can hide the fact that he is the killer. And we've been defending the killer the entire time.
Oh my god, he pulled an... Oh my god, stop.
My God, Becky, I told you not to tell.
My lord.
Oh my god! One of my friends made Ace Attorney fan art just now. It's funny.
Oh, send.
Ah,
I
It's an April
believe.
thing.
Wait, what? Really? That's someone you don't.
random
really see.
character.
Yeah, April May.
Random character.
Huh. I believe the statement just made by the witness is profoundly important.
Profoundly important? But all she said was that she heard nothing.
Yes, which is the profoundly important point. I'm almost sure of it.
I'm almost
Wait
sure that
a
I
second.
don't understand the inner workings of your Eastern mind, Counsel. Nevertheless,
Easter Month.
Miss Gina Lestrade, you will supplement your formal testimony by repeating that last statement, please.
What? Superman? What are you on about? What the hell? Don't give me all your fancy talk. I know what you're trying to do. Well, it won't work on me.
That's right. Insult the judge. Always a good move. But all I could work out was snoring. Let's see.
You gotta press this boy first.
Oh, what? Okay. Hold it! So you were straining to hear what was happening the entire time? Since the moment you hid yourself?
Not exactly, no.
Sorry?
Well, there was no one in the cabinet to start with. No. I could just push the cushion up and have a butcher's to see what was what. What was what? But then when I saw this swell getting on, I got me head down so he didn't notice me.
And Mr. McGilded sat on the seat under which you were hiding, correct?
Yeah! Would you Adam and Eve it? Yeah! Would you Adam and Eve it, eh? What a mug.
I like how McGilded actually
Can you
got
switch over to him
surprised.
so we can look at his face?
Oh, Pikachu face. So then, all I could do was listen. I was waiting to jump out of there as soon as I heard him leave, see?
Oh yeah, one thing we pointed outside was that Uncle Ray has this exact same sprite.
Yep. Yep.
But would he? Not likely. Even though he stopped here and there, I never heard the door open. So I just had to stay put and listen to him driving his pigs to market, snoring like an old dog he was.
Are there any conclusions we can draw from that, I wonder?
I think the man who saved your life, man.
It makes sense. It has to. Well, that all seems to make sense.
You took your time reaching that conclusion, Counsel.
Actually, I didn't. That was fairly quick.
It was.
I think you're trying to hint that we're wrong.
What was that from Van Zeeks?
This is my left. Do you not like it?
Is he? Is he laughing?
Very well then. Continue with the cross-examination.
You're wrong, by the way.
Fuck. Okay.
The game is telling us you're wrong.
That's not what I was supposed to
That's not what I
do!
want. Sorry.
We'll live in the Lord of Svari.
There we go.
Woman Svari.
You got it. Whoa.
Miss Lestrade, what you have just told the court is clearly at odds with the facts.
Oh,
At odds? Are you sure, man?
Absolutely.
Sure, man.
Like, are you sure? I don't know,
Well,
man.
it's like your opinion, man.
Are you sure,
My
man?
land, Naponia's friend, is not as well-witted as I feared.
So Van Zeeks realized it too.
Council!
who keeps hitting the thingy?
That dingy. What thingy?
Who keeps slamming the thing on the hammer thingy?
The gavel?
Cause, yes, thank you, Jesus Christ. Cause like their outfit doesn't match anybody in the room.
Wait, what? Really?
And the
Not even his?
animation- No, it's like a purple suit.
Huh? I gotta see that again.
What's that?
Is it McGilded? He's purple.
He's the judge
He's
now.
the judge.
He said, I want to be the judge.
I must insist that you bolster your claim with evidence, or some complicit party's name at the very least.
Yes, my lord.
I expect you to demonstrate this alleged contradiction to the court.
According to Miss Lestrade, whilst hiding in the omnibus that night, she heard nothing but the sound of Mr. McGilden's snoring. But think, Ryunosuke, think. There's
She said the thud scared her.
Show a piece of evidence.
Forget
No. No.
Forget about it.
Show a person.
The dead body.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a joke. I don't know.
Very well, my lord. Allow me to elaborate. On a particular sound that Miss Lestrade could not have failed to hear. Excuse me. That's disgusting. Could not have failed to hear on the night in question. The very sound clearly explained by the presence of the following person.
What? The sound that really extends the presence of the following. What sound? What? The scream? Sound.
Oh yeah, wasn't it the scream of this guy? But no, she heard that as well, right?
What is the
Yeah, that
sound
happened.
we're talking about?
She said she let out a scream because of the thud of the body.
True.
But if she couldn't hear anything but his snoring, how could she have heard the thud?
So what was the thud this guy
I could
made?
hear the thud as well, like considering it's a very small place.
I mean, she would have heard it like rock against the entire carriage. So let's
Let's do the old savvy.
abuse Ace Attorney mechanics like everyone else.
What is the mechanics? Saving your ass.
Literally.
Take that!
Thrice-fired Mason?
Yes, my lord. The sound that Miss Lestrade cannot have failed to hear is that of the victim, Mr. Mason, boarding the omnibus. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Order, order! Explain your reasoning, counsel.
Miss Lestrade, allow me to confirm something. You claimed earlier... fuck. You claimed earlier that you were the
Shit,
first
I lost
person on board the omnibus. Is that correct?
Yeah, of course I was. I got on while the driver was in the pub, didn't I?
And the next person to board the omnibus was Mr. McGilded.
Not the souls in the cabin when I climbed aboard. At least, not in plain sight.
So you were, to all intents and purposes, alone in the enclosed cabin of the omnibus at that time.
Did I not just say as much? I wasn't traveling with anyone else, if that's what you mean.
Yeah, I saw him get on, remember? Through the crack under the seat cushion? He's on his own for sure. Loser.
And from what we've heard, the carriage made a number of stops after that on its onward journey. During which time, did you not hear the door opening or closing at all?
No, I never heard it. That's exactly what I was listening for, weren't it? Waiting for this swell to leave?
In which case, when and how did the victim end up in the carriage?
Oh!
We know that the victim collapsed inside the enclosed cabin of the omnibus. Was he dropped from the skylight?
Oh.
Therefore, that's what the thud was. Miss Lestrade's statement about what she did or did not hear is at odds with the facts.
The petty fifth statement was clearly flawed.
Lord Franziques!
Yes, he knew. He knew all too well that there was an inconsistency in Miss Lestrade's statement.
What is he doing? Within words of thanks in order for my learned friend.
What are you talking about?
You have demonstrated matters incompatibility with the fuck you're saying.
Impeccably.
Impeccably. This witness in her colorful statement or whatever is nothing but bullshit. Are entirely unrelatable. Her words are convinced in the truth of nothing. I would not know what you wrote. My god, Daniel, stop pushing forward
Oops.
too much.
He's dead.
Oh my god, what the hell's going on? Girl's a pickpocket.
Oh, Granny!
Oh,
Granny, why?
Grandma, why? Grandma.
she didn't even say anything.
I didn't want to judge the dear little meat just because she has something better naughty ways. I must say... No.
How modern of her.
I can't believe I can't abide liars.
And neither can I.
Mr. Foreman.
I didn't want to judge the girl just because she has some less than salubrious ways. But I must say, I cannot abide liars.
That's the...
Bum, bum, bum. Mr. Naruhodo, that's 5 jury members leaning towards guilty.
Your consideration for others is refreshing, my Napoleon friend. For the considerable trouble you spared me.
He's so sexy.
Yes, very refreshing.
Why are you playing that? Have you forgotten you're working for useless Eastern Ramadan?
The fuck?
It's me. This change, it's charade is perfect.
Juror number 2 is the only one left.
Mr. Naruhodo, the way this is going.
I know. If we can't find some new way to convince everyone of Mr. McGilden's innocence, the judge will rule and we'll have lost.
I very much want to believe the words of like one London's most respected gentleman, but those of us in service know we must accept hard truths.
Hold it!
What the?
Yes, the witness's last statement seems to have revealed a critical inconsistency in her story. However, if we consider the possibility that her statement is in fact the truth, it may shed an entirely new light on this whole case.
What are you saying?
Counsel! I'm sorry, sir. What? You mean?
Counsel, I will not tolerate you attempting to prorogue my adjudication. Explain yourself at once.
The accused boarded the omnibus on the night in the question. The victim was nowhere to be seen. Consciously, carriage door was not heard opened a single time. It is testified by the witness in the stand.
And yet the victim's body was found inside the carriage.
If this beauty thief works are to be believed, do you explain the victim's miraculous appearance inside the cabinet of the omnibus? What? I have a better question. Why does this Sythe person always keep getting the thieves?
That's not. That's true.
That's a good question.
That's a good question.
Next
Now,
question.
at this point in the game, we've had 2 women be the villains, so we're gonna have a third case with a villain. With a woman villain.
Whoa.
Yeah, women. Gay.
He was
Yes.
put there after he died.
My headset disconnected.
Are we going for the theory that I proposed earlier? That his body was dropped in through the skylight?
The guys were delayed in screaming because they were the ones that dropped him.
Ah! Let's see, can you even open this thing?
Oh, hello, Zuko.
Oh.
Aha! Simple.
The timing, I have to leave in like 5 minutes.
Oh. Can I not? It's quite a large skylight, isn't it?
Slides.
What I miss?
Well,
Quite large enough to
I
afford
have
a good
become
view
the
into the cabin from the
best
roof.
prosecutor. Sorry.
So
I have
we've-
no idea what I what.
we've discovered a flurry.
Daniel
of
has
new
a theory.
details.
Theory.
I have a theory that the body was dropped through the skylight because there was another person inside the carriage, and this person was hiding underneath one of the seats the entire time. They're a thief, and she was
To
like
be
stalking
honest,
her prey. Yeah.
Last session, I've already come to the conclusion that the guy with the mutton chops killed the guy. So I'm like,
the
well,
mutton
he was on
chops?
top. Yeah, the guy with the top
He
hat.
was really, really hungry as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was like biting on the little walking stick.
Oh God.
Simple. Stop
Only a
taking my
murderer would do that.
hypothesis.
And there doesn't appear to be a handle or catch of any description. So I suppose it can't be opened from the inside of the cabin at least. But
Oh.
there it is.
Right, minibus.
Can I? There we go. You can certainly see inside the carriage through this opening, that's for sure.
Yes, and there's a lamp in the enclosed cabin. So I'm sure the witnesses would have been able to see quite clearly.
That's not good for us. No, that's not what I wanted to focus on. Focus on the handle. Son of a bitch. Is that the wrong angle?
It's so funky when Daniel is cursing. Like,
I don't think you need to click it, honestly. I don't like
Okay, never mind.
I don't think we've gotten to that part in the story yet.
But we can at least
we're-
confirm that we can
we're
open it from the
ahead.
from the
There's another
outside.
entrance.
Probably.
Yeah.
The handle's sticking outside, right?
Huh?
Another entrance.
Yeah, there's another entrance. If the door wasn't opened even once, the only explanation is that the victim entered the enclosed cabin some other way.
Vampire guy. Objection. I wondered what new fantasy you would come up with in your blind panic. But behold, the omnibus is here for all to see.
The world to see.
Only one side of the enclosed cabin is furnished with a door. The other has only windows. Fixed windows, which cannot possibly open. In short, there is no entrance to the cabin other than that door.
Objection! But there could be. There's one possibility you haven't considered.
Oh, really?
Yes, one other way inside that isn't the door. Another opening, the use of which allowed the victim to appear inside the enclosed cabin.
All right, counsel. The defense will identify the location for the court. Here's the omnibus on which the incident occurred. Where on earth is this entrance by which you propose the victim enters the cabin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. It's not highlighted.
Well,
Uh,
oh no, it doesn't highlight wherever. I think it's just any point. Take that! The answer is obvious. It can only have been the skylight.
I say, the skylight?
Objection! Your ludicrous proposal almost had me lost for what? Fuck! Your ludicrous proposal almost has me lost for words. However,
Objection! I object your however. The skylight may well be large enough for someone to pass through.
objection. So you claim. But do you have a shred of evidence to support your addle-brained theory?
Addlebrained. Both Mr. McGilden and Miss Lestrade said the same in their testimonies. They each claimed to have heard a loud thud, such as the noise made by someone falling to the floor.
Yes, which has already been explained as the sound of the victim falling from his seat having been assaulted with a dagger.
Yes, it has. But would a man slipping from the seat on the floor really have made such a loud noise as the witnesses describe? A noise loud enough to cause Miss Lestrade to let out an involuntary cry. In fact,
Good gracious!
perhaps in fact, that was the moment that the victim made his entrance into the cabin. No, let me rephrase that. The victim didn't enter the cabin as such. He fell into it.
Objection. You're now suggesting that the victim fell from the skylight into the cabin. That's simply impossible.
You're simply.
A befitting response. How can you be so sure?
Because if the victim had fallen inside through the skylight, as you say, the passengers on the roof deck would have seen it happen. And yet, not one person made mention of such events in the testimony.
Well, yes, that's true, but
Okay! My humble fella, make a wee come here.
Mr. McGilded?
To be sure now, the two fellas who were sat on the roof that testified before said nothing of the victim falling through the skylight. But it seems to me, my lord, that there's not so much a case of them not saying, but... Aye,
We're looking at the world.
it's the case of them being unable to say.
What?
I think perhaps the two fellas do be having something of a compelling reason not to mention what happened. Would you not agree? To the fine ladies and gentlemen of the jury?
Oh my goodness. Oh, surely not.
There's two chomps on the roof. What do you mean?
What do you mean?
You mean the ones who stuck that knife in the man were?
Ah! Huh? I don't want to hear. Okay, Tim.
Hold it. Just what exactly are you insinuating here? You blitherer?
What the fuck?
He said, Your Honor, what are you insinuating? You wanna fight?
This is flaming outrage. I've had a good mind to give you a blinker in a minute.
Yeah, he'll give you us a trainer in a minute, he said, and so will I.
I'm just waiting for him to accidentally kick Mr. Fairplay. Mr. Fairplay!
You're effectively accusing me, a city gentleman and well-respected banker.
I've never heard of you.
And me, a very angry hatter.
Suggesting that someone like me could have stabbed that man in the guts. It's It's a disgrace. It's scandalous. I protest. I protest in the strongest possible terms.
Look at the motherfucker.
You fucking scoundrel! I'll beat the fuck out of you! You're gonna die! I'll kill you!
Look at the cheeky bastard.
Order! This is not the time, witnesses. I will not permit this wanton invasion of the stand. Return to the anteroom at once.
What? But this is beyond reason, my lord. It's outrageous.
It's very hurtful, you know.
My lord, if I may comment.
Go ahead, Lord Van Zeeks.
It was the defense that incited this outburst from the witnesses.
Hi.
My learned friend has seen it fit to abandon all protocol and accuse the witnesses without proof.
Accuse? I never intended to.
It seems, young Nipponese, that your command of the English tongue is wanting.
It's racist.
You propose to this court that the victim fell through the skylight from the roof deck of the omnibus. That hypothesis cannot possibly stand without the rooftop passengers being aware of the events. You have branded these gentlemen liars. You have intimidated their criminal guilt. In our British courts of law, that is what is termed a baseless accusation.
I know I was rash to put this idea forward without any actual evidence, but you can't just dismiss it without a second thought.
What are you wasting your time for? Get to testify.
I thought there was something fishy about that from the moment I laid eyes on the fella.
It's accusable.
Why are they all so racist?
We have to see this matter through now, one way or another.
Oh my god, if there's filth and rubbish in our midst, we must dispose of it all at once. Testify, can testify.
Yo.
Sythe isn't here anymore.
Oh, what? Oh.
Yeah, she... let me see. She said
Is she gone yet?
don't want to interrupt, but she has to go.
Aw. Alright. Yeah, she's not in VC. Alright, Shaw, you're up.
What's happened, Mr. Naruto?
The spectators in the public gallery they're in a complete frenzy.
Mr. Fairplay and
Is
Mr.
that, like, Francis
First.
What a throwback.
My lord?
You will take the stand again and make another formal testimony in reference to the indictment brought by the defense.
Yes, my lord.
I didn't come here for this.
What the fuck? There's no time to think this through. All I can do is keep in pushing forward.
Hey, Aaron Yeager, wannabe?
I've had to do that before.
What, in the toilet?
What?
We were the only two people on that roof deck, dead or alive. I can swear to it.
If anything happened where we were sitting, don't you think one of us would have noticed?
In any case, neither of us know the first thing about the victim. We had no reason to kill the man.
He's so nervous, he knows he's in the wrong.
I'll beat the fuck out of this guy! Yeah, this guy that shit out the entire time! I'll tell you, he can't possibly have opened it!
If you're so sure the victim fell through the skylight, where's your proof?
I must say that listening to this testimony, it is somewhat hard to imagine how either witness could have performed any malevolent act on this open rooftop deck without the other noticing forthwith.
That's right. You see?
Yeah, Ransom, I tell you!
Although logically, of course, the argument falls down on the two of you were in collusion with one another.
What?
Oh, hold on.
According to investigations by Scotland Yard, the two witnesses share no common dealings.
Well, I don't trust coppers any more than I trust the stinking rich.
Something doesn't feel right here. The trial is going in our favor, really. So why do I feel so uneasy? Ah, ha ha ha.
We're gonna win like 3 times, and you keep ruining our chances of winning.
Counsel for the defense, over to you. Your cross-examination, please.
Oh, yes, my lord.
Yes.
No,
Yes,
Reno
that's
is
right.
so bad at being a lawyer. He keeps on denying the openings of winning. Don't
Yeah,
claim.
press the third one and the fourth one, Daniel.
Wow, okay.
Yes. I'm so cold. The third one.
Yes, I mispressed. Hold it! So, you had never met Mr. Thrice-Fired Mason before?
Oh, Lumi, no! Not once, never!
He never met the man before. He said never.
And you, Mr. First, had no prior dealings with the victim either.
That's right, sir. Hatters don't have much to do with brickmakers. To be perfectly honest, sir.
No, I imagine not.
You see? How many different ways can I put this? Neither of us have the remotest connection to the gentlemen who were inside the cabin.
Ooh. Excuse me. Mr. McGilded?
Yes, Counsel. What can I be doing it for?
Did the witness's last statement give you pause for thought somehow?
Not the remotest connection? Is that now? I wonder.
What are you insinuating now?
Now, Mr. Fairplay, this has been too long, so it has.
Eh?
If I'm not very much mistaken, I believe this fast approaching is not your repayment date.
I beg your pardon.
You borrowed 20 guineas from me, sir.
At an
Unconscionable, I guess?
Considerable.
unconscionable rate of interest. You tricked me. It's extortion.
Well, now, is that a touch of begrudgery, is it? The sort of begrudgery that might motivate your fella to pass crimes off on another.
Ah!
And young Mr. First? Me, sir. What do you want from me, sir? Don't hurt me. You've been making hats for a living, do you not? Yeah, I made your fucking hat. There's a top hat sliding on your head. Is that one of your own creations, is it? No, I'm still a beggar's ear stamp. I'm learning. Yeah, fine. The perfect fit for whatever, fine. Jen, walks in my door. A perfect fit, is it? Well, it's a very distinctive design, so it is. Many customers are like it, I tell you. They like a distinctive touch. God, customers. Such as Thrice-Fired Mason. There was a photographic print of the victim submitted as evidence before, my lord.
Wait a second.
He has the same kind of photo, like hat.
Does
God. When the distinctive, like stitches going down, up thingy.
he? Huh.
Oh, this you mean?
Again, dumpling the poor fellow's hat looks distinctly familiar. What you say? Oh! Oh no! That's one of my hats. Aye, that is. So it would seem the brickmaker was a customer of yours. The sort of customer I wager you could have had a weak quarrel with over the distinctiveness of the goods. Oh no, sir! Absolutely not, sir! Well, there's really nothing more to add. You wouldn't be right to say that the two fellas here haven't the remotest connection to the victim, you see. I rest my case.
You little weasel.
He's better at this than I am.
Gosh, Mr. MacGilded has certainly been through in his research, hasn't he? Unlike you.
Ow.
Please
Oh.
don't let little interruption hold up the proceedings.
What's that?
Hat
What's
hunter.
it called?
Got overboard.
Hat hunter.
Hold the proceedings. I'll beat the fuck out of you. What the fuck's going on?
Hold it.
No.
Are you quite certain about that? That the skylight was shut the entire time?
I'm going to lose my block with you any minute.
He's going to lose his way with you in a minute. That's what he said.
Take a look for yourself. Go on.
Reynosa climbs on the roof of the omnibus while this happening.
You see, it's shut fast now, just like it was on the night.
If Lorzo's a fellow the size of Mr. Mason could likely break through into the hole.
What?
You're just looking at the size of the thing. You understand?
Ah, now you hold on there a minute, sir. This size of the thing means nothing.
Size doesn't matter.
Now, now, not on its own. Let's consider the bigger picture here, shall we?
How do
Let's
you do
stop
this?
biting
Yeah.
our cage, shall we?
I disagree.
I was riding
God,
the omnibus on another occasion when, well, I broke wind while I shocked myself with it as it happened.
This is an unexpected confession, Mr. West.
Oh, I just meant to say, well, the point is, I tried to open the skylight, you see, because I farted really badly. But, just my luck, I couldn't make it budge. The stench was terrible. Everyone was looking daggers at me, sir. I went red as rogue as I did it.
Wait, did he actually fart? I didn't read the line.
He broke wind, apparently.
Oh.
Are you expecting me to sentence you?
Oh no, sir. The point is, the skylight can't be open. I tried when I was inside the cabin of shame.
What?
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 Someone said something.
Inside? That's
That is the new character we were introduced. Apparently, there was in the compartment a new
the
girl.
thief.
Whoa.
Excuse me.
Actually doing that with her hand.
Do you have something to say about that, Miss Lestrade? Miss Lestrade.
Opened.
Hmm?
The skylight. It's what we're talking about.
What the hell?
Like-
She's got a gun!
All of them skylights open. That easy.
More easily than you can load that weapon?
That's a lie, I tell you. Otherwise, when I broke wind, I...
Can't do it from the inside, you mug.
Oh!
A few weeks ago, I was up on the roof deck on one of drugs.
Drugs?
Drugs.
Drugs! Order! Order!
The pursuit's coming out me ears.
Mr. Strahd, this is not the forum to be eulogizing on the subject of your criminal activities.
But anyway, I had a bit of a scare. When I lifted up the block post, the 4 of them surrounded me, and I couldn't up off the bus and lug at. I don't know what she said. What did she say? What I did was, I used the skylight open to catch the jump right through.
What? I like to think that one was like, what the fuck did she just say?
The catch of them skylights on the top side. That's why you can't open them from the cabinet.
The skylight opens from the roof deck?
Bailiff!
Ah.
Climb on top of the roof of the omnibus at once and verify this witness's claims.
Ah,
Oh my head!
Hey? Oh. predicted her line. See?
Oh my god!
Order! So it appears that this street girl's statement is quite true.
I don't believe it. The skylight opens, and from the roof deck.
Mr. Nahudo. Good. This could be the clue that we've been looking for.
Well, counsel for the defense, please continue with your cross-examination.
Yes, my lord. So, the skylight opens. Perhaps I should investigate for myself. Is this the time we examine the skylight?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Hey, Mr. Guy Sean.
Wait.
Go from the
that's-
inside, I'd say.
The inside, okay.
Yikes. Oh! Look down!
Look down? Oh, okay. So the catch for the skylight is on the top side.
But it's not fastened at the moment, so we can't slide it open from in here. That look.
What is that?
I think yeah. What is that?
Huh?
Down.
Well, that is where the blood is, yeah.
He fell on the ground.
That's blood, isn't it?
Something wrong?
Oh, it's just, well, this bloodstain is so obvious, that's all. And yet Van Zeeks has made no mention of it.
Suppose that does seem a little strange.
Why do I have such a bad feeling about this? Wait, so regarding the skylight, what are we supposed to look at?
Look at the skylight.
Which part of it?
The sky, Daniel. Look up to the skies and see.
I'm just a poor boy.
Can you turn
The
around
other
some
side?
more?
Alright, look to the other side. Turn around.
Oh!
Look, there's.
Oh!
I thought because the blood was too vibrant. I thought it was just coloring, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
is that?
yeah, I didn't notice it as well because it's really vibrant.
Yes, it does open very wide, doesn't it? Not enough to kick someone like you, though. Certainly, Mr. Nahudo.
Why
Wanna
someone
try
like
it?
me?
You want me to kick you? I will put my my kick. Come on. Yeah!
What is it?
Just there. Look at this.
That's, without question, it's blood. Why would there be a blood stain there?
Surely.
Slash physics, bro.
Is that it?
Really? Oh, it got cut off.
My mic is down.
Okay,
Don't like
we have a new piece of evidence. That I am accidentally pressing the wrong buttons. Oh, there. It's on that statement.
So fast.
Whoa.
Yeah. Oh, that's the one.
I don't want to jump, Daniel.
There we go. Wait. Ah,
Would
okay.
it just be the omnibus?
This one, yeah. Objection! As a matter of fact, objection! On the night in question, the victim was fatally stabbed in the stomach, and immediately afterwards, the victim's body was pushed through the skylight into the cabin below. Those are the facts, and the irrefutable proof remains clearly visible in the omnibus that stands before us today in this very courtroom.
What? That's utter humbug. You can't possibly have any evidence.
Yeah, no, you can't. I mean, oh, we didn't do it. I tell you, it's impossible.
Irrefutable proof. Here, in this courtroom?
Counsel,
My lord.
I believe everyone would appreciate a little clarification here. Where exactly within the omnibus is this evidence to which you allude? You will point out what is it that proves the victim fell from the roof deck through the skylight.
All right.
Oh, well, it's simple. It's right there.
He's right there.
Simple.
Wait, is that the ceiling of the courtroom? That's so realistic. Wow. Attention to
That's so
detail.
realistic.
That's so realistic. My God.
Yes, it does open very well.
Oh,
doesn't it?
oops. Wait.
Oh, well, hey, bro.
That's what she said.
Got it. Why do I sound British?
By Jupiter! Is that blood?
Ah!
This bloodstain proves two things. Firstly, when the incident occurred, the skylight of the omnibus was open.
What?
And secondly, the victim was already bleeding when he fell through the opening.
Oh my!
And so it follows that Mr. McGilden, who was inside the enclosed cabin himself at the time, cannot possibly be guilty of this crime.
No!
Order! Order! Order!
Hold it. But.
Wait, they gave him his own hold it voice line. That means he's very important.
But the blood could have sprayed up there when the fellow was stabbed inside the cabin.
What did you say earlier? Simple. Slash physics.
What did I say? Oh yeah, the splash. Yeah.
Slash physics.
The one I found its way to one particular spot on the skylight. Sure, and that would be very convenient.
Oh.
And let's keep in mind that the skylight catch can only be unfastened from the roof deck. I myself wouldn't have been able to open it now, would I? But, there's no way to know for certain, is there? If the jet really fell through the skylight, I mean. Why don't you have a good look at the floor of the cabin between the two seats, Mr. First? This all too plain, if you see. There's the aftermath that shows the poor fella dropped from a fair high air, so is.
What? No.
What? But it can be. It's all.
Lies! My fellow jury members, I think we can all agree that this is clear proof of the defendant's innocence, can't we?
I believe we can, yes sir. It's clear to me now where the filthy rubbish can be found in this courtroom.
In the trash can, right?
So, they say they could pull wool over my eye, did they?
I won't tolerate any of the guild's carriages being sullied with blood. I won't tolerate it.
Oh, I always knew that nice gentleman who gave us that delightful part couldn't have done such a thing.
On three, then. Everyone. 1, 2, 3.
Objection!
Objection!
Of
Ew.
course. Oh! I fucking love that face.
A chilling performance, Mr. McGilded.
Oh, and what would that be referring to there now, Lord Benzeeks?
He saw his sex tape and he was like, a chilling performance, Mr. McGilden.
A bloodstain on the frame of the skylight. Such evidence is null and void.
What? Why?
For one extremely simple reason. That smear of blood never existed.
Objection! What are you talking about? It's there for all to see, and it's clearly blood.
You're deluding yourself. I personally attended Scotland Yard's investigation of the omnibus.
Well, I personally attended the Japanese Mental Institute. I've clearly deluded myself.
The officers involved went over the carriage with a fine-tooth comb.
That's kind of gross.
So I can state with absolute surety, no such smear of blood existed in the carriage. At least, not until this trial began.
But
Are you suggesting, Lord Van Zeeks, that this stain of blood was...
Fabricated, my lord? Yes, and while this court has been in session.
what?
I call bullshit.
I also call bullshit.
What a palaver!
Maybe while they were examining the skylight, it's just as Shaw said. You know, they thought it was just the coloring because it was too vibrant.
Prosecutor, we're standing, Mr. Lord Van Zeeks. But I'm Magnus McGilton, a fellow known all over the capital for his fine contributions to public life. I don't take kindly to slander, and I'll fight till the bitter end. Even if it's rolling off the tongue of the Reaper of the Bailey.
Mr. McGilded, I realize that this is your first appearance in court as the accused. However, I am well aware of your involvement behind the scenes in a great many affairs of dubious nature.
Huh?
You're very adept when it comes to avoiding getting your own hands dirty.
Ooh.
And each time it happens that a case you're involved in is investigated, you adapt the facts.
Adapt the facts? What does that even mean?
Wait, when did I get another one of these?
Your 12th cup of coffee.
When you wield a fortune the size of Mr. McGilded's, however ill-gotten it may be, nothing is impossible.
That's what she
Tampering
said.
with evidence, manipulating the scene of a crime, bribing witnesses. I toast your ability to concoct the most convenient of stories, sir.
No. Tut, Lord Van Zeeks. This is not due to be sure. Will it now, counsel?
Oh, no.
I think it's fair to say this does all sound like a rather far-fetched excuse by a desperate man. The blood on the skylight didn't exist, you say? But if you will all cast your minds back, is it not true that the omnibus there has been in the courtroom the entire time? How could anyone possibly have put a smear of blood in without the world and his wife seeing? Isn't that right now, counsel?
It's true. The omnibus has been in full view the entire time that court has been in session.
My learned friend. Here's to hearing your opinion on this matter, in your own words.
As you wish. Could someone have tampered with the omnibus during this trial? If you're asking me... Fuck. What about when the gas was thrown?
There was gas?
Oh, okay. So at some point during the trial, there was like a smoke bomb that went off, and everyone had to evacuate the courtroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could have been possible.
Could have been possible during that very small time window of time. Window of opportunity. But I don't know. Because then I'd be incriminating someone. I don't think it was... And how does a bloodstain magically appear?
I think it's possible.
You don't think it's possible?
I do think it's possible.
I think it's possible as well. What?
It would be incriminating our the guy we're defending, but it is the truth. And you know what Edgewood said, the truth.
Pursuit of the
Or
truth.
something like that.
What do you think, Shaw?
Shamalama.
Shaw doesn't
Shamalamana.
think. I see.
That true, Shaw?
That true, Shaw? You don't think?
I don't think, therefore I am not. Oh, she exploded.
Yeah, she really is not.
She exploded. What the heck?
I think she's lagging. Or mic stopped
Lagging.
working or something.
Why don't we wait here? Oh, there you are.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello, governor.
Hello.
Shama,
Why do we
shama,
always got-
shama.
we always got technical difficulties.
Technically
Oh, hello.
difficulties.
Hello.
My internet just like went down for like 10 minutes. What's up?
Whoa,
What the heck?
Sean, what is that?
What?
What is what?
What'd you send in GGP?
What did I send in GGP?
It's a mic. It looks
My
like a
mic's set
tampon,
up.
but it's a mic.
It's just
It does.
inside the noise canceling shit.
Oh, it looks like a tampon.
I can't believe.
Yeah, actually.
Why? How do we know what a
Weird
tampon looks
but a
like?
tampon at last.
Oh yeah, I feel like a black
Bro.
tampon is kind of counterintuitive.
Yeah.
Um,
No, I mean, like, you'll never know when it happened, so.
You'll know, because you know, even if it's black, the red is overflowing.
Well, what do you think, Chef?
Oh, because it becomes red nevertheless.
the reverse tampon.
Wait,
What do
are
you
you
think
are
of
you
this
aware of
fact?
the facts, Shah?
No madness. Qu'est-ce que c'est? It's
What?
out for 10 minutes. I don't know where
For
we are.
fuck's sake. Okay.
Oh.
So, Shah, we think... No, we don't. Well, yeah, okay. Me and Simple think that the bloodstain on the skylight was, like, planted there.
Well, we don't. I don't think so, but it
It's
is
possible,
a possibility.
sorry. We want
How
to
would it
believe
be
it doesn't.
planted there?
Well,
Yeah.
it might have been
You mean
planted
when there
there.
was smoke?
Yeah, when there was smoke. We think that was
Yeah.
like the small window of opportunity in which they could have planted the blood.
Could have been a possibility.
Okay. I put a save file here anyway, so I'm not gonna deny that it's definitely possible.
We need our client's chances of winning.
Oh yeah. But hey, that's what we did last time, and here we are, getting ever closer to the truth. As a defense lawyer, it's my job to advocate for the defendant as best as I can. But still, I feel as though there's something even more important at stake here.
Steak.
There is no evidence to suggest that the defendant did as my learned friend suggests. However, in terms of having the opportunity to carry out the alleged tampering, there is one possibility.
Oh?
Good gracious! Explain yourself, Counsel.
Yes, there is. It seems my learned Nipponent's friend has no intention of running from the deceit.
Deceit?
I'm sure everyone still remembers clearly the recess that we were forced to take. As a result of the smoke grenade fired by the witness currently in the stand, Miss Gina Lestrade. What is going on?
Can't be happening. Don't tell me it's a song. Oh, Mr. Naruto, cover your face. You guys don't know this movie?
Bailiff, don't let the accused escape. Secure the omnibus.
I hereby
That's
call
not
an
Teen
emergency
Beach.
recess.
Teen Beach movie.
Bailiff,
Ah, it's from there.
I'm Tanner, Seacat, Kiki, Boo
Yeah.
Bobby.
Damn, no wonder they got Snoop Dogg out of the country.
I remember that.
ensure the defendant is in custody and clear the courtroom.
Yeah, didn't Queen Elizabeth vouch for Snoop Dogg?
Yeah, Elizabeth pardoned.
Yeah.
This man did nothing in our country. Let him live.
The courtroom was filled with smoke, and everyone was thrown into confusion. All of us were made to leave this chamber. In that brief interval, under the veil of smoke and in all the chaos, it could have been possible to steal inside the omnibus.
Just check her bag and find it.
Are you wise? This is unacceptable! Condition! Are you trying to pull your rotten feckless culture?
Feckless? Gouger?
Look it up! You're supposed to be defending me! There's a wicked plot! There's a wicked plot to undermine me, so it is!
That's an insane gain on your mic.
Whatever you think this is, it changes nothing. The facts are the same. After this courtroom was evacuated earlier as a result of the smoke grenade, a number of inconsistencies materialized in relation to the omnibus.
Inconsistencies? Such as?
To start with, the storage compartment underneath the rear passenger seat.
Good fucking job, Shaw.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm perfect.
When the police investigated the omnibus, this compartment was full of the driver's items. Secondly, we have the smear of blood on the edge of the skylight. As I have said, that was not present at the start of the trial this morning.
Unfortunately,
I was doing
Lord
charades
Fantasy.
because I'm just good at remembering shit.
Yes, you are.
No one is able to corroborate your claims.
That's true. When the omnibus was first wheeled out, both the storage compartment and the skylight were shut.
Accordingly, I'm afraid to say we cannot establish with any certainty if this evidence is the result of tampering or not.
Indeed, my lord. No doubt there was not a single person who saw fit to verify such things.
You think?
Sorry?
Ask what do you think? Jeez.
Oh,
The omnibus. Is there anything else unusual about the omnibus? Take a look around again.
You have an inkling? What does that mean?
I am a squid.
Idea, like a
From
line of thought.
Splatoon.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I think.
uh,
An idea.
what about the blood pool? Was that there before?
No, it wasn't. It was
I don't
only
remember
on
it
the
being there,
couch.
yeah. It was only on the couch. I remember that as well. Oh, and the blood is like, you're right about it being vibrant, because that means it's fresh. It's like red. It hasn't dried up yet.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't it be dry if the case was, if the murder was like a few days ago?
Because
Yeah, why don't we just test it? You know? Like,
Yeah,
They don't
let's
have
get out a
blood
fucking
yet.
chest
I
tube.
don't think the
Test tube.
technology exists yet.
No, it surely does.
well,
Right?
dried and
Somebody
undried
call
blood
me.
do have a different, texture. So it's like,
Forensics.
Let's get Forensic Francis to like stick his tongue in it and like.
yeah,
Oh, it's fresh.
the vampire.
Oh yeah. My lord.
Hey, they could actually have used the wine the prosecutor is using because it looks like the blood looks
Oh
like
my
the
god,
wine.
you're right. It does
Oh,
look
yeah.
like blood.
Yes, counsel.
There is one further inconsistency. A mark that surely could not have been present at the start of the trial.
What?
What in the devil's name are you gonna say now? If you dare to betray me, you little maggot, you better start watching your back!
Objection! Silence, McGilded. Court awaits the defense's clarification.
This trial keeps swinging one way and then the other. I have no idea what's the truth and what's deception. What am I supposed to believe here?
I shall have to ask you to elaborate, counsel. Where exactly is this alleged mark that you claim appeared at some point in the trial?
Well, I can prove it to you if the game will allow me to move further. Okay, whatever. That's blood, is it? Oh, right. Got it! If we consider that the victim fell through the skylight onto the floor of the cabin, you would certainly expect to find signs of blood where he landed. But as far as I recall, this bloodstain on the cabin floor was not there when the omnibus was first brought into the courtroom.
Good lord! Yes, I do believe you're correct, counsel.
Well said. Although, as advocate for the defense, one might say that was a very careless slip of the tongue.
I believe that bloodstain on the floor is a decisive piece of evidence. But if the question is whether that evidence is genuine, or whether it was unlawfully fabricated by someone, I feel compelled to admit that there's at least a possibility that the evidence is fake.
This trial is over.
Mr. McGilded?
I've done everything I possibly can to cooperate with the court, but it's all over now.
But you're the defendant.
It's over, I tell ya! Memory, recollection, what people think they saw, this all nonsense. Facts are what counts, and the fact is that bloodstain is there.
Well...
And over the course of this desperate trial, long and extremely drawn out as it has been, that good-for-nothing Reaper of the Bailey has failed to present any decisive evidence at all.
Huh?
I'm scandalized, so am. I thought better of Lord Van Zeeks. Well, my lord.
I must concur with the defendant. The unaffirmed recollections of an individual cannot stand as evidence. At this moment in time, the particular bloodstain in question is very much in existence, and in the absence of any credible method by which to prove its alleged previous non-existence, I regret to say that it would be improper for this trial to continue.
Your lordship can't be serious.
Lord Van Zeeks, what is your position?
The prosecution, my lord, has no further witnesses or evidence to present.
Very well. In that case, as I believe we have explored every possible avenue in this matter, I shall proceed to my adjudication. As a formality, I am of course obliged to confer with the defense at first.
What formality?
Things stand a moment. It would seem Mr. McGucket will be found not guilty.
Oh, man, McGucket, yeehaw!
Yeah, I had to, sorry. You just, every time I see Meg gilded, I'm just like, McGucket!
Yes.
Which would mean one.
Is that really the right outcome here? Is it really alright for the trial to come to an end now with all these unexplained inconsistencies?
Counsel for the defense, your closing statement, please.
Yes, my lord. The defense believes... Fuck!
Well, we could always come back to it later.
Thank you for inventing the save file. Whoever invented it.
I want to see what happens if we say he's not guilty. He's innocent.
That's probably not the thing we're supposed to say.
Well, yeah.
As Mr. McGilded's legal representative. I can't breathe. The air in here is
Illusion of choice.
stifling. But I'm this man's defense lawyer. There's
Yeah,
only
I'm
one
saying,
thing
bro.
I can say in this situation. I believe the defendant, Magnus McGilded, to be innocent of the allegations brought against him.
Thank you, counsel. You're taking an awful lot of time there, Van Zeek.
But thirsty. Here's to you, my Nipponese friend, and the most abject closing I've yet to hear in a court of law.
Order! Order!
Oh, it was a grand
Collapse.
decision to appoint you as my lawyer, so it was a grand decision. You've swayed one of London's most influential gentlemen, fella. You should be proud of yourself. Here, have this one for your troubles. Your job here is done, fella, and so it's some fine work you've done, so you have.
What do you mean?
'Tis just as the right honourable gentleman so sufficiently put it before. The trial can't go on anymore. And your closing statement there was, how did he put it now? Nothing more than a formality.
Oh my god, he claps too.
God. It's gotten away with it without acting crazy. Jeez.
I really don't know what to make of all of this.
Was the evidence we've seen genuine, or was it fake?
His lordship would be fuming. Any unsightly rubbish should be disposed of promptly, as I said.
The stinking Richard is guilty of something. You, mark my word. I feel terribly ashamed that I ever doubt lovely men gave us that lovely part. Laughy that. What, go judge?
Now the proceedings have unfolded in this way, I am compelled to declare a premature end to this trial. Furthermore, the court must accept the defendant's plea.
I thank you kindly, my lord.
I hereby pronounce the verdict of this court.
Objection! But we still haven't
But
determined if the bloodstain in the
losing
omnibus is
choice,
genuine or not. We don't know if these witnesses are telling the truth or a pack of lies. We have no idea about the truth.
Lord Van Zeeks.
My lord?
The case made by the prosecution was flawed, plain, and simple. It's in the name. If indeed the omnibus presented as evidence was tampered with, the prosecution is at fault for allowing such a disgraceful perversion of justice to take place.
My sincerest apologies, my lord.
Objection! But wait! When we were evacuated from the courtroom, Lord Van Zeeks ordered the evidence to be secured.
I'm afraid the prosecution cannot shun responsibility in this matter.
That's so unfair.
The culpability of the defendant has not, at the present time, been established by this court. Consequently, the court will not be required, the jury will not be required to proffer judgment.
What?
Is it the gavel?
It's the loudest gavel ever.
Well, Lord Van Zeeks, it's been a pleasure, so it has. And as for you, my dear fella, I couldn't have asked for a better defense.
Do you mean to tell me this has all been a grand waste of time?
'Tis the law of the land, my good man. If you'd like to pursue this matter further, you can always go ahead and try to change the law.
Oops.
Good grief, you have more to say to me, have you?
Just one thing. A warning. This is far from over.
Motherfucker.
Well, something to look forward to then.
Oh my god, he's like
This is another
Jeffrey
Dahlia, I
Bezos.
swear.
He has an evil
Oh,
laugh.
it's a Dahlia case.
Yeah.
She like got understands why,
Got-
got away with it, and then
Fucking bamboozled, except this time it was even less obvious.
I hereby pronounce the defendant, Mr. Magnus McGilded, not
Not
guilty.
Earth! I mean, no, I mean, yes?
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Whoa! Fireworks inside!
Saber! The courtroom is on fire!
This is an outrage. You should have examined the evidence.
What are you
there.
talking about? The man's been cleared. He's innocent. With the courtroom in pandemonium for the second time that day, the judge delivered his verdict, and my first ever trial in Great Britain came to an abrupt end, with the defendant being found not guilty, ostensibly a victory for us.
Good money. My computer just fell on my face.
What?
Setting up. Setting up.
Okay.
Generally was a long trial.
Ah, yes, it was.
First ever trial on a foreign soil, and your first victory. It was a wonderful performance. Oh, my heartfelt congratulations.
And to you, Mrs. Sato, thanks for the assistance.
So sad at day one.
I suppose we should be happy. The trouble is, we're still completely in the dark about what actually happened.
Well, we didn't have enough time.
But isn't it wrong? I mean, who was actually responsible for Mr. Mason's death? We don't even know that.
The sole aim of the defense is to obtain a verdict that concentrates to the defendant. Fuck that word is. Carried out your duty perfectly.
Ah, you did!
Uh-huh.
Mr. McGilded. Ah, and that girl's with him too. And now she's gone.
Well, it seems your stories are true.
Oh? What stories?
About the 6 enormous fireworks that do letting off when there's a guilty verdict not guilty. I'm sure you've seen them now. Spectacular, wouldn't you say?
Yes, definitely. So spectacular that I'm sure they had to remove it many years later because there would be an incident. And that's why we don't see them in the later games.
I heard it was a sight to behold, it sure was. And if you had the bank, I suppose, for having an opportunity to see it. Wow!
Oh, I don't know about that. I'm not sure if I really did anything.
What on earth you saying, fella? How'd they walk there a free man then?
I don't think it was so much thanks to me as down to your planning.
You're a straight-talking fella, aren't you? Even though you're not straight. I must say, you had
guilty.
an ashtray in the head there once or twice. But you're young and it's strong. That is all water under the bridge.
Congratulations, Mr. McGocket, on having your name cleared.
But
Gonna be named
nothing's
Mr.
resolved.
No. There's only one thing that matters to me.
Oh? Those are two different letters.
They've seen all that I did do with that odious and absentee. Tis grand, is it not?
I suppose it is.
Now, the fine fellows of Scotland Yard can take matters in hand and sort out in the wee details. They'll see it for what is, they'll get to the truth. I've been absolutely faith in them, so I have, after all. I do be providing a good number of their wages with all the taxes I pay.
It's not that funny.
So then, as we agreed beforehand, 1,000 guineas for your trouble, fella.
Oh, no. I couldn't possibly accept that much.
Oh, Rabbi Wills, you're a humble person, are you? You from the east? Well, if you insist. But have this, still in all, you deserve a reward.
Mr. Magnus McGilded.
What the fuck?
Everything is ready, sir. If you'd like to follow me into the courtroom. Into the courtroom?
Who's that?
What is this, officer? This sooner than I was led to believe.
I hope it's not too inconvenient, sir. There were some changes to the schedule.
This is too suspicious. This is too suspicious.
Well, I must be making tracks now. It's time for the inspection.
Sorry?
Why didn't we accept the 1,000 guineas?
I don't know. Well, I guess
Dumb.
he probably wouldn't be able to forgive himself if he did. Sorry? What inspection?
They're going to examine the omnibus again, so I'm told. I asked if you could present it for himself.
You're going to examine it again? No?
Naturally, I'm under no obligation to take part anymore in this matter now. As an upstanding member of London society, I do be doing my best to help where I can. Tis a gentleman's duty, so is. So then, fare thee well. 'Twas an absolute pleasure meeting yous. I hope you have a whale of a time while you're stumbling here and griping. Toodaloo!
And there he goes, a free man. Oh, I forgot she was here too, because she literally dematerialized. No! 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 Ah!
Don't move!
You know, she took an awful lot of time reloading that thing. We could have stopped her if we wanted
Yeah.
to. What does I want to say? Get a move on. She really does take forever to load that thing. Miss Lestrade, would you mind putting that thing down?
You're a grown-up.
Sorry.
And I ain't all grown-ups? What? Did you even say? Who's that?
Is this Ironheart? Ironheart? What's his name? Strongheart?
Oh, she
Maybe.
kind of looks like him.
Oh, there you are.
What?
Boy, simple.
I'm not taking her. I can't go that high.
No, give her a naughty, run, no. Like him.
Opposite of Sakura.
Naughty, running off like that.
What the heck? What the heck? Oh my gosh. Oh my lord. Oh my
I
lord.
love it.
Love her design.
I love it. Is this some kind of picnic? Who's this little girl right now?
I'm taking that with you as well. I was looking forward to the trial run of my experimental grenade launcher.
Fucking hell, she looks like a League of Legends character.
You want to play? You want to beat me?
Excuse me, but who are you?
Oh, good day to you. Well, the inventor, I suppose, of that machine.
The inventor.
Well, normal smoke grenades are so dull, don't you agree? White, and more white. You have to be shrouded in smoke. Could at least be a pretty color, thought to myself.
Do we have to be shrouded in smoke, though? At all?
I just took my eyes off of it for a moment whilst I was changing onto a different omnibus, and she pinched it. Luckily, I fitted it with a telegraph beacon.
A what's it what? I have no idea what this girl is talking about.
Anyway, you're coming with me now, back to the laboratory.
What? What for?
To apologize, of course, silly, to my technician.
You mean say sorry? Nah, I ain't saying sorry.
I'm an engineer. That means I solve problems. Surely an adult has told you that before.
Gotta move that gear up.
Adult? I don't want to listen to adults.
Come along then, follow me.
I love have it your way.
Oh, good. See, I knew you'd want to do the right thing in the end.
I'm fairly sure that what she wants to do is not get shot by that massive gun of yours.
Her gun is bigger than hers. She
Oh
outgunned
my
her.
goodness.
Well, be leaving now then. Bye-bye. I'm so sorry for all the fuss.
Funny.
I don't know. She was a lively one.
Oh, that was something. Do you think perhaps we ought to be on our way too now?
Yes, you're right. But where to? We haven't had time to find a place to stay. No sooner had we arrived in London than we had to rush here. All our traveling cases are still with the bailiff.
So where are you planning to spend today in the search of longings?
But at this late hour in the day, I'm afraid we may be out of luck.
We do have money. Don't worry though, I have a plan. Worst case, if the worst comes to worst, what? I've heard a lovely park where we could spend the night.
Please tell me you're not thinking of a gilded park.
I know it may be a little chilly by this time of year, but our youthfulness will see us through.
I'm not so sure about that. I think a midwinter London night will freeze a young person solid just as easily as an elder one.
Dear, that doesn't sound agreeable.
Oh, look at her. Now I'm starting to regret turning Mr. McGilded down. That 1,000 guineas would paid for a lovely warm room or mansion.
Yeah, should have thought of that beforehand.
And so, the trial to determine my worthiness for the study tour was over by the end of our first day in London. However, as we were soon to learn, there were more trying times ahead. Just as the Reaper of the Bailey had warned, the case was far from over.
Ponies working!
Woo!
The
Whoa!
end of the case. Well, ooh. What in the...
What's going
I
on?
have friends on the other side is this? Oh my god.
I don't know, sir. By the time I got here, it was already engulfed. No one was supposed to be allowed in here before we started investigating.
Oh shit.
Oh, good God. There's someone in there.
Whoa, what?
Oh!
Reminds me of the sacrificial
He
lamb.
sounds less scared and more impressed or amused.
Okay, now here he looks sexy. Game, he doesn't look that sexy.
Who was in there? I wonder.
No, I guess later.
Oh
Maybe I-
dear lord. Oh man. Fucking cliffhangers. The Realm of the Reaper. That's an epic achievement.
And we'll see you guys. No, we
Next
won't.
time.
We're gonna do the beginning.
We won't see
We're
you
gonna do
guys
the beginning.
anymore. We're
Wait,
done.
what? Sorry?
We're through.
Okay, we'll see the beginning of it.
They have to, because the cutscene. The Adventure of the Clouded Kokoro.
Whoa, what?
You ever killed a vampire before? Let me tell you.
Did.
I begin to think, Wilson, said
Question
Sherlock,
when and how,
turning his
though.
head languidly in my direction, that there is more to this case than that which we have observed. Indeed, that there may be another part to this story that we are yet to discover. His eyes wandered, following the steam rising from his cup of herbal tea, leading him to the distant memory of that snowy evening.
What's
To the
going
young
on?
lady collapsed on the pavement along Briar Road.
Is that?
And to the
Tell me
light
it's
in her back.
Okay,
Lit in the
okay,
soft
it's not
glow
her.
of gas
Okay.
lamps, a
But it was like, what's her name? Sato? It's like, no, not another helper.
The cover of a light
Damn it.
The curtain had risen silently on the insoluble mystery of our invisible killer.
Did I hear you guys? Hello?
Hello.
Hear me?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You could exist, or else.
I forgot I can skip this.
Bum 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 bum.
Did you sleep last night, Mr. Naruto?
No, not at all.
You problem. It was an enormous hotel, wasn't it? Once we were so luxurious, I felt like we were staying in a palace. All the gas lights twinkling, it was brighter than the day in the middle of the night.
What
Yes,
about the
like
enormous
Geeky Robot.
beds? After my time on the SS Borea, I wasn't going to waste a single inch of that space. I spent the entire night rolling from one side of the mattress to the other.
Oh, yes. It was really sort of a night you can only dream of normally. Except, I learned that we ought to free balance of our wounds and the dream turned into a nightmare.
Oops! Yeah, sorry about that. The building was so impressive, and the entrance was so inviting. I just wandered in without thinking.
Ho! You wasted all our money! In a lodging house in Japan, that sum of money would put a roof over your head for a whole year.
Jesus Christ, what happened to inflation?
You try, but I'm afraid I can't help but wipe my tears away. They were present with the bill. She's just like me for real.
I really am sorry.
Honestly, every time I see my bank account going down, I'm like... Never mind. We must find some more affordable lodging straight away, though. You know, if we're not careful, the entire splint will be used in 10 days or less.
London is a scary place.
Not if you accept the money after finishing a job.
Exactly.
Fucking idiot. I think this is
Oh,
Strongheart.
is this the guy?
Yeah.
Ah, good morning to you at this early hour.
Oh, yes, we're, well.
Good morning to you, Lord Chief Justice. Come to report on this outcome of the trial at the Old Bailey yesterday.
Sasada-san is amazing. She doesn't bat an eyelid, even in the presence of the imposing Lord Strongheart.
Only 5'2", but I can
Yes.
punch your ass.
Oh. Looks like you'll have to face that trouble, Ryunosuke. Yes, I believe you had a very comprehensive initiation into British courtroom practices.
Oh, yes, it was very eye-opening. Thank you.
In accordance with your instructions, Lord Strongheart, I don't know how to perform his duty till the end.
Yes, so I've already been apprised of events. You conducted a remarkable defense. You may consider the test passed.
Oh,
No longer are you a student from the Empire of Japan. You may henceforth claim to be a fully fledged lawyer. My country is delighted to welcome young talent from such a remote eastern land.
thank you very much. So, I'm a lawyer now.
Now, in view of your new appointment, I have a fresh case in mind for you. I'd like you to take it on at once. I trust that won't be a problem.
Another case? Already?
Nothing trains a lawyer better than practical experience. I'm sure I don't sense dissatisfaction, do I?
It's just that yesterday's trial ended unusually. I haven't quite come to terms with it.
What's to come to terms with? The man was cleared. What more were you hoping for?
Truth.
The culpability of the defendant has not at the present time been established by this court. Consequently, the jury will not be required to proffer judgment.
Lord Van Zeeps, it's been a pleasure to us. As for you, my dear fella, I couldn't have asked for a better defense.
What is that laugh? I preferred the Damon Gant unhinged laugh. I just can't help wondering if Mr. McGilden really was innocent.
No, who though?
It's just that I never managed to ascertain the truth. And then the trial ended.
Well, you needn't let it trouble you for a second longer.
Sorry?
You mean Lord Strongheart? Heart?
Magnus McGilded passed away.
What?
Immediately following the
was in-
trial.
He was in
I
the...
thought he was in... Oh, I had a gut feeling. No!
What? Mr. McGilded is dead?
I have 19 minutes and 41 seconds until my next engagement. Time enough to talk.
Oh.
I don't understand. What happened? How can he be dead?
After the trial concluded yesterday, there was a great commotion in the Old Bailey. As you'll presumably recall, an omnibus had been wheeled into the courtroom.
Yes, of course. That was the scene of the crime which Mr. McGilden had been accused of.
Precisely. Well, while the bailiff's attention was diverted by some other matter, the omnibus went up in flames.
No.
How could such a thing happen? He could have at least given us more money.
That is being investigated as we speak. But already, the police have identified a corpse found inside the charred shell of the carriage as that of McGilded.
That's awful.
Is it?
The man must have slipped inside whilst the bailiff's attention was elsewhere.
That bailiff really needs to pay more attention.
How could that have happened?
That is also being investigated as we speak.
I'm back now. Immediately after the trial, Mr. Magake did mention going back into the courtroom to look at the omnibus.
Well, I must be making tracks now. It's time for the inspection.
Sorry? What inspection?
Yeah, they're going to examine the omnibus again, so I'm told. They asked if I could present it for myself.
An inspection of the omnibus. Not to my knowledge. I don't believe Scotland Yard had any intention of re-examining the carriage.
But then who was Mr. McGilded talking about?
Never mind that now. The Yard is making a thorough investigation. This matter is no longer any concern of yours. Leave it to the police.
Mr. Magake.
Okay, now we can stop here.
Oh, okay. Okay.
There we go. We can save here, yeah?
Alright.
There we go. Now we'll see you guys next time.
And we'll see you guys
next time.
Rest in peace.
And where will we see you guys
Bye-bye.
next time?
Rest in peace.
I'll
old
see you
man.
guys
Never.
sometime.
Yes.
Next time!
Let's save here again, because it's always good to double save.
There, how do you like that case, my friend?
I like that. I liked it. I wasn't expecting it, but I liked it.
I like it.
Do I stop the stream?
No, never stop the stream.
No!
We're here forever!
Ah!
And